Is the tailgate show is not sponsored by anybody, is it?
TV present Raceland High School football. Tonight, the Raceland Rams host the Russell Red Devils on the new turf at Raceland High School. Tonight's game is brought to you by Clark's Pump and Shops of the Tri-State, Members Choice Credit Union, Stealth Pharmacy, Tres Hermanos Nunez Mexican Restaurant, Kim Fannin Mullins for Greenup County Clerk, the Greenup County Library, River Cities Builders, Ashland Community and Technical College, A&A Porta Potties, First and People's Bank, Preston Family Funeral Home, Imels Greenhouse, Daniel's Pharmacy, Ashland Credit Union, Tri-State Ophthalmology, Papa John's Pizza of Russell and Grayson, Raceland Christian Church, Andrew Imel for Greenup County Clerk, First Baptist Church of Flatwoods, and Bowman's Auto Service and Collision in Flatwoods. Now let's go to the field for the special Tailgate pregame show as the Cool Hit Sports Network and Cool TV present the Iron Bowl between the Raceland Rams and the Russell Red Devils.
Good evening. Welcome to the Tailgate show here on the Cool Hit Sports Network. I'm James Collier, joined with Jim Forrest, coming to you live from Raceland Worthington High School, the home opener for the Raceland Rams and the unveiling of their new turf playing service. And Jim, before we get to this big trophy we've got in front of us, let's talk about the event here tonight. College football started off this weekend around the nation, and this seems like an atmosphere you see around college football right now.
Oh, absolutely. You know, I got here 2 hours before game time. You got here earlier than that. People are already here. People are already here, tailgating, getting everything ready, making sure they have a seat. It is like a mini college tailgate party getting ready for kickoff 2-3 hours later.
I know I came outside the school yesterday and there were already tents around the track area. There were seats around, people wanting that seat, and it's that rivalry. Russell, Raceland, 2 miles apart in their own backyard. This one's a big one.
You know, and they wanted it last week, of course, with Ashland coming. Couldn't do that. Went to Wheelersburg, same colors, which worked out okay. But, you know, if you couldn't have Ashland as your home opener for the new turf, Russell's the next best thing if you're Raceland, because, like you said, it's such a big rivalry.
Without a doubt. All right, let's take a break. When we come back, we'll continue previewing the matchup. We'll talk about this big trophy that's up for grabs tonight. We'll talk with Larry Coldiron, the superintendent for Raceland Worthington Schools, and we'll talk about the installation process of the new turf. The Hall of Fame class of 2022 has been instilled. We'll tell you about who those members were, and we'll also talk with them. And again, we'll get you ready for some football. We're about 1 hour from kickoff from the Rail City's Iron Bowl here at Raceland Worthington High School, and our coverage continues after this on the Cool Hit Sports Network.
Uncle Rick, what are you doing?
I'm trying to stay cooler in my man cave.
Well, this is a beer cave, and you can't stay in this cooler forever. But Clark's Pub and Shop can get you through the dog days of summer.
Whether it's fountain drinks at the lowest price or you're filling up the cooler for the family and friends, Clark's has the widest selection, the best prices, and the most helpful staff you'll find anywhere.
Beat the heat at Clark's Pub and Shop.
Return, refresh, refuel.
Are you having trouble keeping your parking lot lit? Is customer safety one of your top priorities? If so, call River Cities Builders at 473-4112 for all your lighting needs. We have bucket truck and boom crane truck services. We have extensive experience in exterior lighting and parking lot lighting maintenance. No need to ever be in the dark again. Remember, call River Cities Builders at 473-4112 for all your lighting needs. We will light your path to success.
When you have business away from home or a planned event far from your comfort zone, you're probably going to need a little help. Let A&A Porta Potties assist you with all your portable toilet needs. Whether on a construction site, planning for an outdoor wedding, or any other outdoor event, A&A Porta Potties are here to assist you. A&A Porta Potties also rents out storage containers, office containers, cooling fans, tables, and chairs. A&A Porta Potties, there is no event too big or too small for us to accommodate you.
Where does your money go? When you bank with us, your deposit becomes your neighbor's loan. A real estate agent sells a house. They get a commission. They deposit it with us. We use it to make an auto loan to one of our customers. Hometown people helping each other grow. That's what it's all about. First and People's Bank and Trust Company. Member FDIC. We are the home office.
Back here at Raceland Worthington High School, we've got the Raceland dance team joining us here. James Collier, Jim Forrest, happy to have you along with us here tonight. Jim, we talked about it. It's like a college atmosphere, and we can see it. We've got the band, we've got the cheerleaders, we've got the dance team. Everything's here tonight.
The only thing we probably are missing, and I don't know, you might have it later, is a coach to come in with a big head to put on.
Listen, if I've got Lee Corso on the side, I would have already broke that one. We'd bring it out. But let's talk about this big trophy here tonight. So 14th edition of the Rail Cities Iron Bowl. It started back in 2007, had a 2-year hiatus there that it broke off, but this one's one, it's pride. It's one of those you like to take it home. Russell's had it for the last 3 years.
Yeah, and even though Raceland had a really good team last year, Russell won the ball game, still got to maintain the trophy. Raceland wants to get it back tonight, and it would be a special night for them to do it if they can do it here on their home opener with the new turf and everything.
Without a doubt. 62nd all-time meeting between these two teams. 7 ties between them along the way. So it goes all the way back when they started playing in the olden days. But this one, it's one of the things. I think a lot of people on paper, they expect Raceland to win this football game. But as we saw last year, I think a lot of people expected Raceland to win that game last year, and Russell took care of business.
I guarantee if you talk to both coaches, no matter what it looks like on paper, they're both saying, hey, when these two teams get together, because it's such a rivalry, they are going to play their hearts out. And it's going to be probably how the ball bounces, turnovers, things like that.
Russell with 3 big turnovers last weekend. Raceland with none against Ashland. They did force a turnover. They turned it into points. I think those are our keys to the game. We'll talk about those a little bit later on. All right, let's take a break. When we come back, we'll have Larry Coldiron, the superintendent of Raceland Worthington Schools. There's a brand new playing surface on the other side of this gate here, and we're going to talk about it when we continue here in the Tailgate Show on the Cool Hits Sports Network.
Vote Kim Fannin Mullins for Greenup County Clerk. With 30 years of experience, Kim Fannin Mullins has been dedicated to helping all the citizens of Greenup County. Hardworking and honest, Kim Fannin Mullins is up to date on technology and procedures, will have an open door policy, and will go above and beyond for the staff and community. She spent over 20 years working with the youth of the county. Vote Kim Fannin Mullins for Greenup County Clerk.
This is Kim Fannin Mullins, and I paid for and approved this message.
In addition to the Greenup location, Stultz Pharmacy's newest location is at 437 James Hanna Drive in South Shore, but has retained the name you know and love, McDonald Pharmacy, with the same great service you'll find in the Greenup location, with free delivery service and their convenient drive-thru. Get your vaccinations and allergy shots, and of course, great prescription service at Stultz Pharmacy in Greenup and McDonald Pharmacy, James Hanna Drive, South Shore.
Stultz Pharmacy.
Did you miss starting college this month? Maybe you're still waiting on your financial aid to be approved, or you planned on attending a university, but it didn't work out. Well, no worries. Ashland Community and Technical College has a 12-week online session starting September 12th and an 8-week online session starting October 17th. So don't delay. Call 606-326-2000 or stop by one of the 3 ACTC campuses today. It's not too late to further your education at Ashland Community and Technical College. Get crafty at the McKell branch of the Greenup County Libraries, September 12th, for ages 18 and up. Learn how to make homemade cards. All supplies will be provided free of charge. Now, if the sign-up list is full, call 606-932-4478 to be placed on a waiting list. Also, enjoy Craft Day September 18th at the main library branch to make Halloween clay pots. This is for those 16 and older. Go to greenuplib.org for more.
Back here at Raceland Worthington High School here on the Tailgate Show on the Cool Hits Sports Network. James Carr, happy to have you along with us. Joining me now, Superintendent of Raceland Worthington Schools, Larry Coldiron. Larry, good evening.
Good evening. Great to be here.
What a great evening for this great weather. I mean, we've been talking about this is a college football atmosphere right now with everything going on here with the Rail Cities Bowl, Raceland and Russell. But more importantly, what's on the other side of this fence is what everybody's talking about tonight.
Absolutely. It's almost finished. We got a few other little things we got, but we're one step closer to finishing our athletic complex, but that's a crowning jewel out there. I'll tell you that right now.
Well, let's talk about, obviously wanted to play at home last week, and the numbers for the shipping date, installation, and that opening game with Ashland became very, very compacted. You elected to make an addition to move. Wheelersburg graciously offering their complex, a beautiful complex to play a football game in. But you played it safe, had a great game with Ashland last week, and get to open up here in this great atmosphere here.
Absolutely. We knew it was going to be a tight window when we started this process. This is typically a year process. We did it in 3 months. Just kind of things fell into place, but we knew we had to hit every date right on time. Problems and issues at the factory. It happens. That's life. You know, you deal with it, move on. As Coach Sam said, we just keep pounding every day. And we made a play. Luckily, Wheelersburg was willing to jump in and help us out. It was a great host for us.
Colors match perfect.
Just so happened, we just chose that one. I don't know how it happened, but that might have been the tipping factor right there.
Let's talk about how the facility came about. I know there was some talk around indoor practice facilities over the entire turf field, and then of course a little bit of inflation changed some numbers around that you maybe didn't expect, and this was the other avenue to go to.
Well, you know, construction right now, if anybody's in that kind of business knows the prices are through the roof when it comes to that. We had an idea, we had a plan, field house, indoor practice, dance studios, archery ranges, coach's office, weight rooms, kind of one-stop shop for us. You know, we put the numbers together, wasn't going to work. You know, definitely not going to put our district in a financial bind like that would have had. It would have taken all of our bonding potential. We were not going to do that. So, you know, we kicked it around a little bit and said, you know, what else could we do that we have that money, the facility money. I know I've talked to you about it before. It can only be used on facilities. And, you know, the turf was just kind of the next logical step. So if we couldn't have it indoors, let's have it outdoors. And you know, now all of obviously our kids can use it between our football, baseball, basketball, but softball team, our cheerleaders can practice, or band can practice. You know, it's all sitting right there ready for them anytime of the year they want to get on it.
A hefty price tag, but on the same side of that, you look at you don't have to water it, you don't have to add grass seed, all the other stuff to it. There is some maintenance that has to be taken care of, but the hefty price tag, kind of that front end that pays for itself over years.
Absolutely, and a lot of people don't understand that on the front side or on any side of dealing with athletic fields. If you want to keep a nice one, and you know, we took a lot of pride in all of our fields. When you drive down 23, you'll see that it comes with financial obligations. This kind of made sense to go in that direction to help us long term. We can invest that money. When we go to replace that, hopefully 12 to 15 years, that money will be a third of the cost to replace. So we can take that money that we would have spent on seed and work and watering and everything that goes into a good surface like we had. We'll be able to save that and then use that. So it's a very safe surface. You know, you won't find a safer surface around to play on, and year round. It doesn't matter. Whether it rain right now, it'll be dry as a bone.
I think Coach Salmon summed it up best. He said, you've got the busiest highway on the eastern side of the state in your own backyard. Absolutely. And you've got the biggest business card that you can put out there for Raceland Worthington Schools. You just built the new middle school 3 years ago. You bring out this beautiful complex. It's really kind of accents everything that's happening here on the campus.
Absolutely. You know, our board and our community decided to make the investment in our kids. That's what we did.
Larry, always a pleasure. Enjoy the game tonight. We'll talk to you soon.
Absolutely. Come on down. If not, watch the game right here on Cool Hits.
That's right.
Listen to this guy and Jim. They'll do an awesome job, bud. Thank you.
Let's take a break. When we come back, we're going to talk with a member of the Hall of Fame class, Dan Burris, as we continue here in the Tailgate Show on the Cool Hits Sports Network.
At Preston Family Funeral Home, we understand how making decisions during the loss of a loved one can be most difficult. You can help relieve this burden on your family with pre-planning at Preston Family Funeral Home. It's safe, secure, and simple. You can can transfer your existing plan from any other funeral home to Preston Family Funeral Home by simply calling 606-325-4946. Preston Family Funeral Home. Our family serving yours because we care.
Andrew Imel would like to let you know that he's running for Greenup County Clerk in 2022, and he would love to have your vote on November 8th. Andrew has been serving the past 4 years as County Commissioner and would like to serve the residents of Greenup County as County Clerk. When it comes time to vote in the next election on November 8th, vote for Andrew Imel for Greenup County Clerk. Andrew Imel encourages you to attend, enjoy, and support all area student athletics.
Paid for by Andrew Imel.
You know, financial security begins at home with home ownership. If you've been putting off looking for a home because you think you can't afford it, you owe it to yourself to check out Members Choice Credit Union. Members Choice Credit Union has programs for first-time home buyers and more to help put you in the home of your dreams. Call, click, or stop by Members Choice Credit Union today.
Members Choice Credit Union, NMLS 411945, Equal Housing Lender. Call for additional information. Other restrictions may apply. If you've been in a wreck or need work done on your vehicle, Bowman's Auto Service is the place to go. If you've had engine problems, need a tune-up, oil change, or maybe you need a transmission flush, the place to go is Bowman's Auto Service. Bowman's Auto Service on Lexington Avenue in Flatwoods is an iCar Gold Certified Collision Repair Shop and an ASE Certified Mechanical Shop. They've been in the business for over 30 years and they repair and fix all makes and models. Bowman's uses computer diagnostic and they work with all insurance companies. Bowman's Auto Service, Lexington Avenue in Flatwoods. Call 836-0837.
Tailgate Show on the Cool Hits Sports Network, coming to you live from Raceland Worthington High School as we're in countdown for the home opener for the Raceland Rams as they get ready for the 2022 Rail City's Iron Bowl. The trophy right here in front of us. The winner will take it home tonight. Another special event going on this weekend here at the stadium, as it is the Hall of Fame weekend for the 2022 class, and I'm honored to be joined with one of the members from this year's class, from the class of 1965, Dan Burrs. Mr. Burrs, thank you for joining me.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Having an honor such as being inducted into a Hall of Fame on your home school, how much of an honor is that to you?
You just can't explain it. I mean, it is very heartfelt. Something I've never experienced anything like in my life, and you know, to have been a lifelong resident here and sent all my kids, grandkids, and now I've got a great grandson playing. Nothing like racing.
1965 playing surface compared to 2022. A little different, I'm guessing.
It's like the T-shirts that everybody's wearing. It's from dirt to turf.
I talked with Coach Vanderhoof earlier this week, and he kidded. He said mostly dirt and pebbles was on the ground, and he said, you know, back into the 70s, then they had to roll out the turf on the cutouts for the track, right. And he called this the Field of Dreams.
Yeah, it is. If you'll look at this parking lot, this is where we practiced when I was in high school. Sand and gravel, that's all it was. That made us tough.
Crowds back in the 60s compared to what we're seeing here. It's a college football atmosphere right now. How was the difference? Was it different? Is it the same? How was it?
It just wasn't as big, but we had good followers. We had dedicated fans, a lot of them. So we had nothing like it. And we didn't have the number of players. I mean, you're looking at 60 football players out there this year. My senior year, the 64 football season, we had 29 players, and 2 of them was 8th graders.
Numbers not quite as much.
No.
Getting an opportunity to be here for the home opener, the unveiling of the turf, Hall of Fame weekend for you, how special is that together?
Very special. I put this up right at the top of my list of anything that happened. This made this old 75-year-old man really happy.
Well, sir, congratulations on being bestowed into the Hall of Fame class. Thank you so much for joining me.
Appreciate it.
We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll talk with TJ Maynard from Russell. We'll get his commentary for the game. That's as we continue here in the Tailgate Show on the Cool Hits Sports Network.
Family owned and operated Imel's Greenhouse still has all your summer needs, such as hanging baskets, mulch, ferns, succulents, vegetables, and a variety of colorful flowers to improve your landscape and your house. Imel's Greenhouse is open Monday through Saturday from 9 to 6. Call 606-473-1708. Check them out on Facebook. Better yet, come and see Kenny and Pam at Imel's Greenhouse, 2836 State Route 1, Greenup. And thank you for choosing to shop local and support a farm family business. Raceland Christian Church, 210 Caroline Road, Raceland. wishes all our area athletes the best as they compete in their respective seasons. May you be encouraged by your church family to run with endurance the race set before you in such a way as pleases Jesus, so that you gain the prize that never fades away. Raceland Christian Church meets Sunday mornings at 10:30, 210 Caroline Road, Raceland. Online, visit racelandchristian.com.
Hey Rams fans, would you do anything to support your team? What about switching your checking account? With Ashland Credit Union's debit card, you can support your favorite team. Every time you make an eligible purchase with your debit card, Ashland Credit Union donates 10 cents on your behalf to the Senior Assistance Program. Sign up for your favorite team's debit card today at Ashland Credit Union, 1300 Central Avenue, Ashland. Membership eligibility required, federally insured by NCUA. Tri-State Ophthalmology and Tri-State Surgery Center are proud to support the Russell Red Devils. Doctors John Gross, Carter Gussler, Josh Gross, and Josh Daniel provide surgical and medical management of eye diseases, including cataracts, glaucoma, dry eye, and diabetes. And Dr. Josh Gross is now performing LASIK surgery. Call 606-324-2451 to schedule a free LASIK consultation. Go Devils!
Back here in the Tailgate Show on the Cool Hits Sports Network, James Collier, happy to have you along with us. We've got Jim Forrest, TJ Maynard joining us now. And Coach, we'll get you in real quick. Let's talk about this week's preparation. A tough loss last week at home against Boone County. What did you like about your preparation this week for your team?
Obviously, when that's coming off a loss, obviously that's going to refocus your team and get those guys ready, but also when you're coming to play a rival such as Raceland, that also gets your team's attention. So practice has been really good. Again, we just got to continue to work, get better. And last week we had a lot of experienced guys playing. All four of our linebackers, it was their first time they were playing varsity together. So, we got some room for improvement, but we got a tough matchup tonight. And, obviously Raceland's a very good football team, got a lot of guys back, played a lot of ball. And I think right now that's where they have obviously a distinct advantage over us right now is, number one, they got depth, because all those guys are back and played a lot of football. And right now, they're so polished already. Usually it takes 2 or 3 weeks to polish, but those guys have played so much football together that, they're hitting on all cylinders week 1, week 2, whereas a lot of us, we're still trying to feel our way through things and get better. But, I know our kids are going to play hard. I know their kids are going to play hard. But, we got to take care of the football tonight, and we got to build control up front.
What do you like about Ethan's progression that you saw this week in practice from week 1 of learning from game film and getting ready for Raceland?
Well, the number one, just seeing that game film and seeing, those live bullets. And I thought he did some really good things. Obviously, there's some things he's got to improve upon. But I think as he goes and he gets that time with Carson and DeMarcus and Ethan and Kobe and those guys, he's going to get better. And, again, just getting that game speed, coming from playing JV, even though he had a, game against Boone County last year, still that speed of the game is totally different than JV.
How did your team practice this week coming off a loss, realizing that it was probably a game, as you and I talked on the postgame last week, that you probably had every chance in the world to win?
Yeah, well, one thing we did a little different was we had our guys grade themselves. So when they came back on Monday, because we had that extra day, we watched film, we had them grade themselves. Because in the film, watching the film, some of our guys, and I don't want to say lack of effort, because in watching it, those guys kind of felt like they were going full speed or giving that effort. But when I had them grade themselves, like, we can do better. So hopefully that opened their eyes to, number one, how you have to play on Friday nights, because the speed of the game is so much more. And again, we just got to take care of the ball and do those little things. That score before half. If our guy takes the right angle, takes it on the correct shoulder, they don't get that one. So those things we cannot do tonight, because every mistake you make, Raceland's going to make you pay for it. So we got to be physical up front. We got to tackle better. We can always work on being tackling better. Take care of the football and just kind of control the emotion. Again, everybody's going to be hyped up, but understand that as you go, it's a 48-minute ball game. No matter what happens, just like last year, we jumped out on them. It's going to settle down. It's going to be a ball game. It's the same way. I mean, it's the same thing we expect this year, but, again, we want to make sure we're physical and, again, make sure we're ready to go.
One of the things you look at, as you mentioned, all of the emotions in this game. When you look at it, how big does a score early, either side, play into a fact of how this game plays through?
Oh, obviously, you want to get off to a good start. And I thought that was a big positive for us last year, how we started, jumped on them there, and we got the picks. That really kind of helped. So, again, for us, that's really big. For them, I don't know if that's important because, again, they got depth and they got that experience. But for our guys, I think it's big because, again, when you're dealing with, I won't say necessarily a young team, but you're dealing with an inexperienced Friday night varsity team, to have something positive happen early goes a long way. Then if you're you're, something negative happens, and feel like you're constantly fighting an uphill battle the whole game.
How important is controlling the running attack tonight, taking away the number of opportunities Raceland has to possession football?
Oh, obviously, again, like I said, it goes back. We talk about polish. That's one where they're better. The second area, they have a heck of a lot more depth than we do. All right, we got maybe a pair and a spare out there. They're too deep everywhere. So yeah, conditioning will play a factor in it. I kind of use the analogy and talk to my guys, my coaches, and even talk to some friends I know that when I was here at Raceland, we always go play Ashland. A lot of times we would jump out and get a lead, and it seemed like we were always at the end. It always came down to the end who could hang on, and a lot of times that was because we had good football teams, but Ashland always had a little more depth. I kind of see that this year, that they got the depth, they got that polish, that experience. So we got to make sure we kind of shorten this game. But again, the big thing is we can't have turnovers or allow big plays, because we can't let this place get going and get that hype and get all that energy in the stadium. We got to control that.
TJ, thanks for so much for joining us, and we'll talk to you after the game.
Thank you.
Russell head coach TJ Maynard. We're back after this in the Tailgate Show on the Cool Hit Sports Network.
When you want real, authentic Mexican menu items, you want Tres Hermanos Nunez. Accept no substitutes. None compares. Fajitas, tacos, burritos, quesadillas, chimichangas, even vegetarian choices. A kids menu, desserts and salads, a tasty, budget-pleasing selection for you and your family, unlike any others. Should be your first and only choice for authentic Mexican all throughout the tri-state. Ashland, Greenham, Grayson, Paintsville, Canova, South Point, Oliveville, and Cannonsburg. Tres Hermanos Nunez, the best around. The Fall Tent Revival at First Baptist Church in Flatwoods is October 16th through 19th with evangelist Scott Smith from Sugar Hill, Alabama. The Yates family will lead the music for each service. Revival time is 10:45 Sunday the 16th and at 7 each evening Sunday through Wednesday. Everyone is welcome to attend the Fall Tent Revival at First Baptist Church Flatwoods October 16th through the 19th with evangelist Scott Smith from Sugar Hill, Alabama.
Daniel's Pharmacy makes transferring prescriptions easy and is always accepting e-scripts, faxes, and new customers. Daniel's Pharmacy offers free delivery Monday through Friday, curbside service, free medication flavoring for kids, allergy injections and vaccinations, and one-trip refills. Spread the word, Daniel's Pharmacy, 903 Belfont Road, Flatwoods, Suite A, across from Dairy Queen. Open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5:30, and Saturday, 9 to 1. Phone 606-836-4313.
Better ingredients, better pizza, better brace yourself, because Papa John's has done it again. Introducing Papa Bowls. No crust, just a whole bunch of those Papa John's toppings you love, baked to piping hot perfection. I'm talking crisp veggies, savory meats, all covered in melty cheese, and those signature sauces. Try flavors like Italian Meats Trio, Chicken Alfredo, and Garden Veggie, or get creative and build your own. Better ingredients, better pizza, now in a bowl. Papa John.
Back here on the Tailgate Show on the Cool Hit Sports Network, getting you ready for kickoff between Raceland and Russell in the 2022 Rail Cities Iron Bowl. The trophy on tap here. Winner gets this one. Russell's had it for the last 3 years. It's the 14th meeting in this matchup. Russell took the first matchup back in 2007. Raceland rolled off 6 straight, including 8 of 9. Russell had made up some ground. Had a 2-year hiatus there in the middle, in which they got it back in order and kept this thing going. Russell had a nice win over Raceland last year, 28-18 at their place. But coming in here tonight, as we just heard from Coach TJ Maynard, they look at Raceland as the deeper team, the more polished team, and he said that they cannot have the mistakes that they had last week. First play of the football game, they give Boone County the football on the 4-yard line. A bad angle on a tackle attempt right before the break, that gave up points. He said those 2 plays right there, they don't make those 2 plays, and you take away all of Boone County's points in the first half. Tonight, the biggest thing they've got to do, control the tempo, control the opportunities that Raceland has to possess the football. And we'll talk about that in just a little bit. But looking around, it's going to be probably elbow room only. It's not going to be standing room. It's going to be elbow room. People have been rolling in here since yesterday, setting up chairs, tents. When I walked into the stadium, there were already people up on US 23 parked along the roadway trying to get a good view of this stadium here tonight. And it is absolutely breathtaking. And you'll see that. You've probably seen it a little bit here in the pregame show from our overhead shot tonight of the playing surface. But the brand new turf surface here that has been installed with a price tag roughly about $792,000 is what it came down. And hoped to have had it in and ready to go last week. That didn't play out, but they'll play it here tonight. Everything is ready to go, and it looks beautiful. I walked the field a couple of times this week, and it is as plush as you will ever find, and it's going to put out a great product for both sides without a doubt. Sun is going down tonight, so that is certainly going to take care of the heat. If you're not familiar with a turf playing surface, one thing that you do run into is heat. It holds the heat. You have these rubberized pellets that are buried down into it that gives it its cushion. And it is not uncommon when you put sun over top of it to raise the playing surface some 20 to 25 degrees, especially in high sun, from what the ambient temperature is outside. You could be 80, 85 degrees. You're going to see temperatures at 100 plus on the playing surface. By the time we kick this off, surface will be cooled down and we'll be ready for a great evening of football. All right, let's take a break. When I come back, Spencer Hutchins is going to talk with me. We'll preview the matchup and get you ready for kickoff. The 2022 Rail City's Iron Bowl here from Raceland Worthington High School. And we continue after this in the Tailgate Show on the Cool Hits Sports Network.
Uncle Rick, what are you doing?
I'm trying to stay cooler in my man cave.
Well, this is a beer cave, and you can't stay in this cooler forever. But Clark's Pub & Shop can get you through the dog days of summer.
Whether it's fountain drinks at the lowest price or you're filling up the cooler for the family and friends, Clark's has the widest selection, the best prices, and the most helpful staff you'll find anywhere.
Beat the heat at Clark's Pub & Shop.
Return, refresh, refuel.
Are you having trouble keeping your parking lot lit? Is customer safety one of your top priorities? If so, call River Cities Builders at 473-4112 for all your lighting needs. We have bucket truck and boom crane truck services. We have extensive experience in exterior lighting and parking lot lighting maintenance. No need to ever be in the dark again. Remember, call River Cities Builders at 473-4112 for all your lighting needs. We will light your path to success.
When you have business away from home or a planned event far from your comfort zone, you're probably going to need a little help. Let A&A Porta Potties assist you with all your portable toilet needs. Whether on a construction site, planning for an outdoor wedding, or any other outdoor event, A&A Porta Potties are here to assist you. A&A Porta Potties also rents out storage containers, office containers, cooling fans, tables, and chairs. A&A Porta Potties, there is no event too big or too small for us to accommodate you.
Where does your money go? When you bank with us, your deposit becomes your neighbor's loan. A real estate agent sells a house. They get a commission. They deposit it with us. We use it to make an auto loan to one of our customers. Hometown people helping each other grow. That's what it's all about. First and People's Bank and Trust Company, member FDIC. We are the home office.
Back at the Tailgate Show here on the Cool Hits Sports Network. James Collier joined with Spencer Hutchison. We get you ready for the 2022 Rail City's Iron Bowl. And Spencer, you've been inside and you came back out. You said there is nowhere to go. It is a great crowd and they're still pouring in here.
They're still pouring in, guys. And look, this might be the biggest crowd I've maybe ever seen for a game down here like this. And I think part of that is because it's on Saturday night. And part of it is because, well, both these teams are really good.
Yeah.
So, and I know Russell dropped an opening week, but if you go back and watch the film, both these teams should, obviously Raceland is, but both teams should be 1-0 coming into this. It's going to be a great game, great environment, and this is what this area needs. What high school football game would you rather be at than the one right here?
Well, and here's the thing. You unveil the new turf. You do it with your crosstown rival. You're the only game on tap. I mean, all eyes are exactly where you want it to be. Everything that you put into building this facility, you've got everybody within probably 20 miles sitting here ready to watch this football game.
Bit of it. And of course, if you're not able to make it, James will be on the call for Cool Hits Sports Network live on Facebook and on YouTube. And I almost got goosebumps. This is a dream come true for me and you.
Oh yeah.
Stuff like this, it just doesn't get any better. And of course, I've been so football thirsty. I was watching UConn and Utah State today. You know,
I might have been following along at Western Kentucky. Austin Peay scored a little bit later on, just to sneak in a little football.
Any type of football I like, but this right here, high school football especially, is the best type of football in my opinion. Amateur football will always be better than pro football. And let me tell you something, it doesn't get better than Russell Raceland.
I talked with Coach Vanderhoof earlier this week, and Coach Vanderhoof was the head coach back in 2007 when this rivalry started back up for this trophy. And I said, Coach, what was it like in that 2007 game? He said they walked out of the back door of the high school trying to come to the weight room facility, and he said it was like college game day. All Alabama and Alabama, he said it was like they were having to push through. He said it was 4 deep on the track. He said this place probably had 7,000 to 8,000 people in it.
Right, not to show my age, I actually played on that game.
I wasn't going to bring that up, but you know.
Not to show my age, I actually played in that game, but let me tell you something. There's, people know me and they know you. We cover a lot of high school sports. Raceland and Russell have 2 of the best fan bases. And so when you get both of those together, it makes a special environment that you usually don't see anywhere else the rest of the year.
Without a doubt. And one of the things, you talk about the fan bases, what makes good fan bases? They're passionate about their teams, they're passionate about their communities, and win or lose, they're going to follow their team, and thick and thin, they're going to be here. And that's one of the reasons why we're looking at, here we are, 20 minutes till kickoff, and there's still people rolling in here.
Look at the line
yeah.
here to just try to get in,
If you waited until now to start to leave, you might as well just stay home and watch it on TV. Watch us call the game, because it is going to be your standing room only and probably back around the bathrooms.
We saved some seats over there, but they're probably not saved anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, that's fine. I get too excited anyway. I'm more of a standing guy anyways. But like if you go back and you say these 2 fan bases, what makes it so great? They're just loyal people, man. And then I think that's a statement to people in Eastern Kentucky in general. We are lucky to live in the area we do, and you can go other places. I've been to high school football games other places. It's nothing like it is here. People care about the community, and I'm telling you, you saw it this week with the back and forth poking on Facebook.
Well, we're not going to bring that up, but it's been there.
But if people didn't care, they wouldn't do it.
Exactly.
If people didn't care, they wouldn't do it, and I'm not condoning it. Truthfully, I'm more of a guy that'll get popcorn and watch it.
Oh, don't worry. I've had a great seat to watch it all week. So
it's just like you said, 2 great fan bases. I didn't make a pick Tuesday, James, and I'll go ahead and make it. I've been a Russell Red Devil my whole life, and I think Raceland's too much for me. Raceland's really good, man, and if they don't really have a weakness. I mean, you think, okay, well.
And that's something TJ Maynard pointed out too when we talked to him just a bit ago. He goes, they are deep every position. He goes, we are not. And he said, in a game like this, when he goes back to his days when he coached at Raceland, he said he remembers those games with Ashland. It was a war of attrition, and a lot of times they were as good as Ashland, but Ashland was deeper.
I'm going to go with Raceland, but I'm not going to put a spread on it. But I would say for Russell to stay in the game and have a chance to win this game at the end, you've got to limit the possessions for Raceland. If Raceland gets the ball 5 or 6 times in the first half, you could be down 28-0.
Well, let's talk about that. So you look at Raceland, it all starts around Logan Lundy. Junior quarterback, made 14 starts as a sophomore, led his team into the state Final Four, and last week he showed that veteran leadership with some of the plays that he made, not throwing the football, but pulling it down, scrambling out of bounds, getting 5 yards, and then his team takes it down and scores a touchdown.
Right, and you go back to last year's Russell game. I think Logan got a little nervous, and it was homecoming to him. He came from Russell, so there's jitters there. So, and I think that, like you said, the veteran of this team, the experience, and I don't think they'll get rattled tonight. Truthfully, for both teams, I hope there's no injuries. I don't want any injuries. I just hope it's a good football game. And, on paper, yes, they're playing for this trophy, but it means nothing for either team. So. Yeah,
it's all bragging rights. On the Russell side of things, I think it goes down to their ability to run the football, and that starts with Andre Cruz-Richardson and Colby Rock. Those 2 guys are the ones that's really going to carry the load for this team.
They are, and don't forget about Ethan Ober.
He's another guy that's going to work, and Ethan Pack that can try to scramble from the quarterback position. He's a little choked up.
No. I'm dealing with some sinus strains. Russell's going to have to rely on Raceland turnovers. If Raceland doesn't have any turnovers, Raceland wins it easy.
We'll see.
I said, I hope it's an easy game for both teams. They just come in here, they play a great game, nobody gets hurt, except for cramps. Cramps are going to happen.
Yeah.
For me, as a Russell fan, I think you come in, yes, you expect to win, but if you get out of here losing by less than 14, it's a win.
It's a positive when you look at it that way.
I think people underestimate how good Raceland is. This team, I'm telling you guys, is the real deal, man. And like Coach Maynard said, they are deep at every position. They point a weakness out, and I'll tell you why they're not weak there.
Well, and this is the game for them to really show that, are they that legit of what a lot of the expectations are hanging around? And we're certainly going to find out here in about 20 minutes.
I think you're going to see a little sloppy football first. I think both sides, more so on Russell's side. Russell's I think you're going to see a little surprises. I think Russell practiced a little bit of new offense going into this week. Maybe throw a little wrench in the game plan for the Rams. This is going to be, you talk about the coaches, TJ Maynard and Mike Sammons, they're the two best chess players in the area. I mean, those guys, they could play in a national chess tournament. It's almost like it's a good old-fashioned Western showdown between those two. You'll see Russell run off 2 or 3 in a series, then Raceland will win 2 or 3 in a series. Since the series is restarted, I think Raceland might have the slight edge, but here recently in the last 10 years, it's been 50-50.
Yeah.
And I think it's a testament of not just athletics, but both school systems are great. And look how nice this school system is here behind us. Look how good Russell's campus is. I mean, there's just 2 really good school systems, regardless who wins tonight. And I think it's just awesome to get them together on a Saturday night down here in Raceland. We're gonna play some football.
Yeah, we're gonna play some football. All right, let's take a break. When we come back, I'm gonna talk with Mike Sammons. We're gonna preview the matchup tonight. On the other side of that, a special video that goes with this banner behind me called This Is Home. That'll lead us into our game time as Jim Force and I will be on the call from Raceland Worthington High School here on Hall of Fame night and the unveiling of this new turf that sits behind this fence. That's as we continue here on the Tailgate Show on the Cool Hits Sports Network.
Vote Kim Fannin Mullins for Greenup County Clerk. With 30 years of experience, Kim Fannin Mullins has been dedicated to helping all the citizens of Greenup County. Hardworking and honest, Kim Fannin Mullins is up to date on technology and procedures, will have an open door policy, and will go above and beyond for the staff and community. She spent over 20 years working with the youth of the county. Vote Kim Fannin Mullins for Greenup County Clerk.
This is Kim Fannin Mullins, and I paid for and approved this message.
In addition to the Greenup location, Stultz Pharmacy's newest location is at 437 James Hanna Drive in South Shore, but has retained the name you know and love, McDonald Pharmacy, with the same great service you'll find in the Greenup location, with free delivery service and their convenient drive-thru. Get your vaccinations and allergy shots, and of course, great prescription service at Stultz Pharmacy in Greenup and McDonald Pharmacy, James Hanna Drive, South Shore.
Stultz Pharmacy.
Did you miss starting college this month? Maybe you're still waiting on your financial aid to be approved, or you planned on attending a university, but it didn't work out. Well, no worries. Ashland Community and Technical College has a 12-week online session starting September 12th and an 8-week online session starting October 17th. So don't delay. Call 606-326-2000 or stop by one of the 3 ACTC campuses today. It's not too late to further your education at Ashland Community and Technical College. Get crafty at the McKell branch of the Greenup County Libraries September 12th for ages 18 and up. Learn how to make homemade cards. All supplies will be provided free of charge. Now, if the sign-up list is full, call 606-932-4478 to be placed on a waiting list. Also, enjoy Craft Day September 18th at the main library branch to make Halloween clay pots. This is for those 16 and older. Go to greenuplib.org for more.
Back here in pregame coverage on the Cool Hits Sports Network, joined with Raceland head coach Mike Sammons. And coach, before we talk about the field tonight, a very special night that you guys always like to pay tribute to at the beginning of the year. Hall of Fame night. 4 of the 5 incoming class members are available to be here tonight, and that's always a big thing for the community.
Yeah, special thing. Didn't get to do it over the COVID year, and it's the second year we got to kind of get it back going again. Just a really special time to those 5 families, and even I think the one gentleman is deceased, but his family is going to be present, and so it's just really a special time for our kids to see the people that have kind of laid the foundation. I don't know that anyone ever laid the foundation thinking they would end the way it ends with the turf that we got now, but at the same time, just people that have put a lot of time and effort into who we are and what we do, and great opportunity to honor them and the old Rams today.
Well, the true home opener tonight, that when you get on the new field, but this is going to be the kind of the unveiling. And it's you'd almost like to have a wall along 23 to keep it put up, but it's going to be a chance for people to really see it in person.
Yeah, 100%. I think we do got the great marketing tool. I always talk about Highway 23 northbound there, but at the same time, people will actually get to come in the stadium and see it. And there's been some traffic that's come in, the foot traffic, and people drive by and stop and walk around, or some people drive by and don't want to stop because there's too many people here. So I think tonight, we're hopeful for a very good turnout on both sides. Schools 2 miles apart. With a good rivalry that's been going on for some time. So excited to be home and excited to kind of unveil, again, what our community's been able to do for us. And so this is a chance for us to pay back tonight, give a little payback to those people.
Let's talk about last week in the Ashland game, a good response. After they got on the board, they were up, or you were down, or excuse me, you're up 14-7. You guys responded right before you go into the locker room, and in the second half, you really kind of took it the way you wanted to see things finish up.
Yeah, we were really controlled the ball. I don't know that I realized, or any of us realized on the staff during the game that we controlled the ball that much until after the game was over, running, 50% more plays than they ran and having 2/3 of possession time. And so really efficient on third down, stayed out of fourth down. So, really overall good performance for week one. Some things we got to clean up. There's always those things there that you thought you did better than what you did, and when you start watching the film, you're like, man, how many times are we going to repeat the same mistake, or how many times have we practiced this drill? And so you just go back and you practice some more. And so I thought every week so far, 2 scrimmages in the first game, we've stepped forward, and that's a big challenge tonight. We're going to step forward tonight to be able to have success.
Logan's progress that he made from last year to this first year, there was a couple of plays you and I we talked about after the game that last year he probably tried to force those throws.
Yeah.
Last week he pulled it down, got 5 yards, and let his running backs do the rest.
Yeah, really played under control. One of our biggest things is valuing the ball, and we talk about that. It seemed like every snap, value the ball, value the ball. So we valued the ball last week real well, didn't have any turnovers. That was a big part of the game. They had a couple turnovers, as again, worked in our advantage. So I thought he made some plays with his feet that maybe he wouldn't have made a year ago. I thought he put some balls that were really on time underneath balls, let guys get a chance to catch and run. We hit a couple deep balls that we've kind of struggled with early on in the preseason. So it's good to see that progression. I think the game was just a lot slower for him than what it's been, and that's what you expect when you have a second-year quarterback who's got 15 varsity starts underneath his belt. But we got to get other guys to get that comfortable level where the game slows down for them.
Defensively, Jackson Hyde and Noah Wallace had big games from their positions there at the linebacker core, and then Noah coming out of the safety position. But you really saw that defensive line really start to impose its will there in that last part of the ball game, and that's up to 3.5 sacks, 3 of those come in the second half.
Yeah, got some hits. Even early on, we got a hit on him. I think he may have completed the ball out on our sideline. We got some hits on him, got some pressure on him. Really controlled the run game. I think they had one run over 10 yards. That actually was a touchdown, I believe. So really was in control of the line of scrimmage. And again, anytime you want to win a football game at a high level, playoffs, November, December, we hope, you got to be able to play on the line of scrimmage. And so we control the line of scrimmage on both sides, both controlling their run game and us being able to run the ball successfully for the most part. And that's a big part of it, those guys on the offensive defensive line. And so that's a focal point for tonight. It's a focal point for every Friday night. Every game you play, you got to be able to stop the run A and B, run the ball.
Emotional game anytime you bring these two together in the Rail Cities Bowl, and like you said, backyard neighbors, 2 miles apart. Mm-hmm. But how do you make certain the emotions are under check and you go out and just perform the way that you want to see your team perform?
Well, that's the biggest concern as a coach. I feel like we've had a good focused week of practice, but there's a million distractions, and so distractions take away from you being able to play to your full potential. And so we've talked to our kids about that. We are a veteran team. We got 32, 33 upperclassmen that are juniors or seniors, that a lot of them have either played in big games like this or been with us for some time. So I hope our maturity level helps us in that regard. But all the other stuff, the Hall of Fame ceremony, the unveiling of the field, all that's phenomenal. First class, glad to be a part of it, but at 8 o'clock when the ball's teed up, that's what really matters, and what matters in between those 160 feet between those white lines. So that's what we preach to our guys. Again, our guys have been able to buy into that process all year long, and tonight's another challenge for them to be able to eliminate all the distractions and focus on what the task at hand.
Coach, appreciate the time. We'll talk to you after the game.
Thanks, James. Appreciate it.
We're back for more after this on the Cool Hit Sports Network.
Thanks, brother.
Thank you.
Family-owned and operated Imels Greenhouse still has all your summer needs, such as hanging baskets, mulch, ferns, succulents, vegetables, and a variety of colorful flowers to improve your landscape and your house. Imels Greenhouse is open Monday through Saturday from 9 to 6. Call 606-473-1708. Check them out on Facebook. Better yet, come and see Kenny and Pam at Imels Greenhouse, 2836 State Route 1, Greenup. And thank you for choosing to shop local and support a farm family business. Raceland Christian Church, 210 Caroline Road, Raceland. wishes all our area athletes the best as they compete in their respective seasons. May you be encouraged by your church family to run with endurance the race set before you in such a way as pleases Jesus, so that you gain the prize that never fades away. Raceland Christian Church meets Sunday mornings at 10:30, 210 Caroline Road, Raceland. Online, visit racelandchristian.com.
Hey Rams fans, would you do anything to support your team? What about switching your checking account? With Ashland Credit Union's debit card, you can support your favorite team. Every time you make an eligible purchase with your debit card, Ashland Credit Union donates 10 cents on your behalf to the Senior Assistance Program. Sign up for your favorite team's debit card today at Ashland Credit Union, 1300 Central Avenue, Ashland. Membership eligibility required, federally insured by NCUA.
Better ingredients, better pizza, better brace yourself because Papa John's has done it again. Introducing Papa Bowls. No crust, just a whole bunch of those Papa John's toppings you love, baked to piping hot perfection. I'm talking crisp veggies, savory meats, all covered in melty cheese, and those signature sauces. Try flavors like Italian meats trio,
We're
chicken
disconnecting,
Alfredo,
okay?
and
We're not
garden
going to
veggie.
run
Or
anything
get
to
creative
you
and
yet,
build your
okay?
own. Better ingredients, better pizza, now in a bowl. Papa John.
Of those tunnels and has been the heart and soul to Raceland for many years in a community where everyone knows each other.
It's like almost like an old Mayberry thought, like, you know, people see at we have a drugstore now, and at the four-way down there, it's a Super Quick, and people know who you are, and you know who people are too. It's not just they know me because I'm the coach. You just know people, and they know your heritage, they know your family, and that's just a really special place with a lot of people who care and a lot of blue-collar people. This is all up and down eastern Kentucky.
Raceland head coach Mike Sammons often sums up the foundation of the community with three common elements.
We got a railroad track and a four-way stop sign on the football team, not necessarily in that order, and that's what this town heart beats around.
Although not originally from Ramland, Justin Beek says Raceland will always be home for his family.
It's like a family reunion every time you go out. So that's kind of what it is to us. It's family. You know, home's where your family is, and that's kind of what Raceland is to us.
Tonight, the community will embark on historic Rams Stadium for the unveiling of the new turf, something that has left Coach Randy Vanderhoof feeling like he's in a movie.
It's just heaven. It's like Field of Dreams in a football movie. And we still can't get over it. Still can't believe it's real, but it's just an unbelievable surface. And it's really going to help us. It's just unbelievable. Really can't believe it. It's like surreal, man.
Vanderhoof recalled his first field at Raceland, which featured very little grass.
In between the hashes, it was all dirt, and by the end of the season, just almost the whole field was dirt. We took a lot of pride in it because of all the guys that's played here since 1926, and this community just really gets around our kids, whatever they're doing, but especially in football, and it just means a lot. When our guys put that jersey on, they represent everybody that's played here since 1926, man. It just means a lot.
When you're good to other people, all that circles back around. This place has been really good to me, and I just hope as we move forward that we can give back what we've been given.
Rams quarterback Logan Lundy says the motto, "This is home," is dear to his heart.
Those words mean everything to me. The community, the family feel, good people, and they've always taken care of me, and I'm going to take care of them.
Salmon says the foundation was laid many years ago for the community-rich program.
Just a lot of commitment from a lot of people. People that have gone before us aren't even with us anymore. They don't even know what they've laid down for us. Is real humbling to me. And so sometimes you just have to kind of pinch yourself to wake yourself up, and get with it.
Raceland High School football. Tonight, the Raceland Rams host the Russell Red Devils on the new turf at Raceland High School. Tonight's game is brought to you by Clark's Pump and Shops of the Tri-State, Members Choice Credit Union, Stultz Pharmacy, Tres Hermanos Nunez Mexican Restaurant, Kim Fannin Mullins for Greenup County Clerk, the Greenup County Library, River Cities Builders, Ashland Community and Technical College, A&A Porta Potties, First and People's Bank, Preston Family Funeral Home, Imels Greenhouse, Daniel's Pharmacy, Ashland Credit Union, Tri-State Ophthalmology, Papa John's Pizza of Russell and Grayson, Raceland Christian Church, Andrew Imel for Greenup County Clerk, First Baptist Church of Flatwoods, and Bowman's Auto Service and Collision in Flatwoods. Now let's go to the field for the special Tailgate pregame show as the Cool Hit Sports Network and Cool TV present the Iron Bowl between the Raceland Rams
Raceland Ram football. James Collier, Jim Force, happy to have you along with us here on the Iron Bowl.
Hey, I tell you what, good job on all the pregame stuff. It was a lot to get together, and first time we've ever tried to do a hour-long tailgate party. I thought went pretty well.
Yeah, it was.
A few glitches, but that's going to happen.
Yeah, but the greatest thing was we got a lot of guests in.
Yeah, absolutely.
We got one of the Hall of Fame members, Dan Burris, class of 1965. We had him on, talked with Larry Coldiron, and talking about the new playing service here. But Jim, your initial impression? This is the first time you've seen this.
Oh, absolutely. As soon as I walked in, I thought, man, this is really nice. It came together. I saw, of course, passing on the road when I thought, man, it looks like they could have played last week here, like Wednesday or Thursday of last week. But I knew they just didn't have everything quite ready. But, man, it is beautiful. I got to walk on it a little while ago because I had to go find Coach T.J. Maynard to bring him to the interview, and it's really nice.
Yeah, it's like walking on a pillow.
Oh,
I mean, it is very plush.
Yeah,
and this is, again, the team practiced on it this week, so it's had a little bit of action on it a little bit. But you've had as many members of the community out here just kind of in the evening, kids coming out playing on the new turf and everything, and really having a great time.
And that's what makes turf so nice, is because you're not going to tear it up.
There's no rainouts.
And there's no rainouts, which makes it really nice. I happened to do the game at Rowan County last night, and it started pouring right before game time. And, like I told everybody, hey, it's going to be all right. You might get wet if you're here watching it, but they're going to play the game.
The 60-second meeting between these two teams. Russell leads the series 31-23 7 ties along the way. But this is the 14th Iron Bowl. Raceland leads the series 8-5, but Russell's won the last three, including a nice one last year.
Yeah, and I think if you missed T.J. Maynard's comments on the If you missed T.J. Maynard's comments on the pregame show on the tailgate party, one of the keys he thought to last year's game was getting out in front early. And I think that is a key for Russell again tonight. They've got to score first. They've got to get up out in front first to help his team. Like he said, he went on to say, though, he didn't know if that would affect Raceland one way or another. They're that good, but.
And turnovers, I think, are probably the biggest thing that Coach Maynard has to worry about his team tonight. And they had 3 costly turnovers last week. The first play of the ball game, they give the ball to Boone County at the 4-yard line, and that right there set up a great opportunity for Boone County. He talked about it, the play right before halftime, a bad angle gives up points. You take away those 2 points, Boone County don't score in the first half.
Absolutely. And at the very end of the ball game, driving in field goal position to win the ball game, and you fumble on the snap. And that was the third turnover that was costly because you still, even after giving up those 2, had a chance to win the ball game, but you gave it up again.
Ethan Pack, the starting quarterback for Russell, this will be a volatile environment for him in his first road start. And you look around this place, it is jam-packed in here for sure. And this is I talked to Tom Collins before I came up, probably about 9,000 or so that he expects, that he believes the gate was in here. This place is jam-packed.
Absolutely, and it is going to be a different environment for Pack, who hasn't played in front of a crowd like this and in a rivalry game like this. So we'll see how he handles that. But if he can get protection, and that's a big if, I understand, but if he can get protection, he's got a weapon in Carson Patrick who can jump up and get the ball and run really good routes.
That is certainly the one guy that I think Russell has to find a way to work into the offense. But again, on the other side of things, you've got a couple of running backs there with Cruz Richardson and Richardson and Cruz, and Colby Rock, that they're going to be instrumental in the way this offense executes. But on the other side, you got Ethan Oborn in there as well.
Yeah, and having him back has really helped. You could see that a little bit last week. And I think as they start to gel together as a three-headed running attack, along with Ethan Pack running the ball from the quarterback position, I think Russell will get better as the season goes on. It's just tough to come off of that loss last week, and it's tough to play Raceland the second week of the season if you're Russell.
You look on the other side of the football for Raceland, it starts with Logan Lundy, the quarterback, the junior. In his sophomore campaign, 14 games that led the Raceland Rams into the state semifinals against Pikeville, and he's got plenty of help behind him with a four-headed monster, as Coach Mike Sammons likes to call it. Jules Farrell, Noah Wallace, Isaac Browning, and Jackson Heighton.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, this might be one of the best teams Raceland's had in a long time, and they've had some good teams. I mean, in the recent years, some really good teams. And this might be one of the better ones that they've had. And, you know, when you can bring back, what is it, 20 of their 20?
19 of 22.
19 of 22. I mean, that's really, really impressive. Another big key to this ball game, depth. Because they bring back 19 of 22 and because they have other players that can come in and give some people, you know, some rest, that's a luxury for Raceland that Russell does not have, and TJ will tell you that. He just does not have a lot of depth right now.
Yeah, and I talked with him earlier today, and that was one of the things he pointed out. He said the depth is just not there. And unfortunately, that's not a thing that you want to have to kind of go up against whenever you've got a team that he said they've got too deep in every single position.
Absolutely, and you see it happen in football, you see it happen in basketball, you see it happen everywhere. When another team has more depth, it just helps down the stretch. Towards the end of the game is probably where you're going to see it the most.
Raceland will kick off first, so Peyton Ison will have it teed up at the 40. They'll work it from left to right as we view it here at Rams Stadium. And
Rock and DeMarcus Kirshner will go back deep for the Red Devils.
They'll stand at the 5. Here we go, home opener, and a nice kickoff by Peyton Ison as he drills that one into the end zone for a touchback. And nice start for the Raceland Rams defense, as you don't even get a chance for one of those two speedy guys back there to take a run.
So how many times do you say now that the very first kickoff when they had turf was kicked into the end zone?
Peyton Ison's first official kickoff in the new stadium, and he kicks a touchback.
Yeah. All right, the Red Devils will have the football starting at their own 20, moving right to left as we view it here from the press box in this first quarter. Pack, two backs flanking him. He's going to hand the ball off, and it's going to go over the left side, and running hard is Oborn. And Oborn's going to get to about the 22, a pickup of 2, and it's going to bring up second down and 8. Russell will try to establish the run, I'm sure, and then try to bring Carson Patrick in somehow.
Raceland a 3-4 defense, really kind of makes its bread and butter, those 4 linebackers.
Double wide outs to the right, single wide out to the left, and Pack is going to throw. He's got Patrick, and he's open at the 27 before he's cut down, so it's going to bring up third down and short. They'll spot it right at the 27, a pickup of 5. And it'll bring up third down and just a little more than 3. The ball just touching the 27-yard line on this initial drive. Big, big crowd here all around the track. Stands are full on both sides. 23 full.
Yeah.
Pack again from the shotgun. And we got movement. And I believe it's going to go against Russell for procedure.
Oborn moved quickly.
First penalty of the ball game goes against the Red Devils. And that's going to make it now third down and 8.
And it's a lot different, third down and 3, third down and 8.
Oh, huge difference. The play call becomes different. You have to change the play.
And you're not in a position where you can even think about 4-down territory.
No. This early in the ball game and, this deep in your own territory. Again, Pack sends trips to his left. Single wide out to the right. He drops back looking to pass, throws, and it's incomplete. trying to find Patrick, who had the sticks, but the pass was a little bit behind him, and he was hit immediately. So Russell will have to punt it away.
Raceland did a good job there playing soft, knowing where the sticks were, and as soon as the pass left his hand, closed out and was right there on the mark. So a nice 3-and-out to put the Rams offense out on the field after the punt.
So Russell will punt it away. Nathan Totten doing the punting chores for the Red Devils this year, as well as kickoffs and extra points and field goals, and he gets a nice high punt. It's going to send a player back, and he fumbles it, but he is back on it. And it'll be Raceland football at their own 36-yard line.
Connor Hughes tried to play a little center field there, and that one got over top of his head a little higher than he expected. And he was able to luckily get that soft cushiony bounce right at his feet. So back at the 36-yard line, and that's where Raceland will take over on its first offensive possession with 10-12 to go here in the opening quarter of play. Logan Lundy, empty set. 3 receivers right, 1 left. Farrell goes in motion now. He'll go into the backfield, and now a penalty marker flies, and we're going to get a false start on Raceland.
First penalty on the Rams.
Ashland Community and Technical College has a 12-week online course starting September 12th and an 8-week online course starting October 17th. It's not too late to further your education at ACTC. Rams in the all-orange tonight. I call them the Dukes of Hazzard jerseys. Russell in the home white, or the visiting whites, I should say. All whites top to bottom with the maroon helmets. Lundy in a 2x2 set. 1 man in the backfield. He'll take it on first down. Pulls it down, runs it himself, works off left tackle, sheds a tackle 35, dives out close to the 40. And that picks up the penalty yardage and sets up second down.
Austin Pike coming up making a stop for the Red Devils.
Take him out to the 38-yard line. Make it 2nd and 8. Far side hash mark. 3 receivers right, 1 left. That's Newman. And Isaac Browning in the backfield. Lundy wants to throw on second down. He zips it out to the far sideline. He's got his man there as he hooks up with Landon Newman. Shy of the sticks. It'll be third down.
Lundy to Landon Newman. They're going to bring a third down and 3.
Picked up about 5 yards, maybe 6.
Right in between the 43 and the 44. So call it the 44. It's a gain of 6. It'll be 3rd and 2. 9:15 to go in the first quarter. Still scoreless. Double-barrel shotgun look now for Lundy with Farrell and Browning. Russell showing blitz off the edge. They'll give it off to Farrell on a sweep. He's hit in the backfield. A penalty marker flies. Oborn comes in and gets the big hit. And typically in the position of where that flag flies, it's the indication of a hold, which will probably be declined. It'll be 4th down. And that's what they're looking forward to the sideline, and that's exactly what's going to happen here. But Oborn off that edge did a good job of jumping the route and getting in there to take Farrell off his feet. So the Rams stall out on their first drive and will have to punt it away.
Red Devils have been very fortunate getting Oborn back after being injured last year, not only offensively as a running back, but he's really helped out on defense. He and also coming back for the Red Devils, Matt Haggard. And Haggard had a great defensive game last week.
So a loss of 6 on the play. So Kirshner and Patrick back deep, and Mason Likens will kick it away. Likens had 1 punt last week of 46 yards, and he booms this one near sideline. A fair catch called for by Kirshner at the 25-yard line, and that's where Russell will have its second offensive possession with 8:58 to go here in the opening quarter, and we're scoreless.
Both teams 3 and out. Both teams 1 penalty in their first drive, and we'll see what the Red Devils can do their second time out starting at the 25-yard line.
37-yard punt, no return, and
beautiful night for football.
Yeah, just the sun. The nice part is starting at 8 o'clock, it got the sun down to where it was over the horizon. It really cooled things off nicely.
Pack in the backfield has 2 backs flanking him. He'll hand this one off. They'll try the left side. Oborn breaks the tackle, gets by another man as he jumps over him, and they're going to say he stepped out at about
the 32-yard line. Give him 7 yards on the carry, and it's going to bring up 2nd down and 3.
Both teams almost identical first drives. 1 minute, 11 seconds for Russell, 1:21 for Raceland, and both 3 and out.
Double wide outs to the right. 2 backs flanking Pack. And he is going to throw this one over to Kirshner. Kirshner looking to try and break a tackle. Breaks one. Stays on his feet. Gets out across the 35, 37, maybe the 38-yard line. It'll be enough for a Russell Red Devil first down, brought to you by Bobby Hall, candidate for Greenup County Judge Executive, who wants to say thanks to all the educators and administrators for working so hard for our students. On November 8th, vote for a proven leader. Vote for Bobby Hall.
First down of the ball game. Raceland playing a lot of cushion on that outside edge, and he zipped it out there very quickly.
Good pickup all the way out to the 38-yard line. Pickup of 6 and a first down. Handoff, misdirection, and running hard back up the middle is Oborn's going to get to the 40, a pickup of a couple. So far, Oborn has been the only player running the football.
Yeah, just trying to kind of shoulder the load, if you will. And, again, picking up nice chunks on first down, it certainly changes the complexion of what you can do that 2nd and 3rd down play. But running into that kind of that orange wall of those linebackers, anytime you go up the middle, that's simply what you're going to hit on the Raceland Rams defense.
Double wide outs to the far side of the field, the right. Pack. He is going to look over to Coach Maynard, see if he wants to change the play. Going to hand it off to Andre Richardson Cruz this time. He tries the right side and gets stood up as he gets across the 40. They're going to give him forward progress at about the 42. So it'll be a pickup of a couple, and it's going to bring up 3rd down at about 6.
3rd down 6 for the Red Devils.
Again, let's see if Raceland plays soft coverage on the outside edge and give that flat to Patrick. Most of the time they've gone in this set, they've put Patrick on a lone set all by himself and put everybody else trying to go one-on-one as he'll line up against Jules Farrell. Now he'll come to the near side.
Yep.
And that'll be in.
Trips to the left, and they'll send the lone player over to the right and put Patrick over with the trips. Pack drops back looking to pass. Now rolling to his right, throwing long. He's got Patrick, and he's got it as he jumps up. 10, 5, touchdown, no flags.
Russell.
So he had Patrick come over to the left and then do a crossing pattern across, and he jumped up at about the 30-yard line and took the ball away from the defender, and there was nobody to catch him.
58-yard touchdown, and Connor Hughes was the man that went up and tried to swat it away, and he was just about a half step behind him. So Russell hangs points on the board to start this ball game.
6:15 to go in the first. That 58-yard pass from Pack to Patrick. And now Totten will come in and try the extra point. And we have false start again. This time against the Red Devils lining up. Saw a lot of penalties last week at Russell, a lot of penalties last night at Round. I don't know if you've been seeing a lot of penalties in the first 2 weeks.
Not terrible. Raceland last week accepted penalties, 5 for 55. Now, Fleming County, I think, were flagged 9 times last night. West Carter was around 7.
So they'll move them back 5 yards, and Totten will try the extra point.
Still a chip shot for the southpaw.
Mm-hmm. Snap. Placement, kick is up, and it is good. We'll be back in just a moment. 6:15 to go in the first quarter. Your scores: Russell 7, Raceland nothing. Here on the Cool Hits Sports Network.
The Fall Tent Revival at First Baptist Church in Flatwoods is October 16th through 19th with evangelist Scott Smith from Sugar Hill, Alabama. The Yates family will lead the music for each service. Revival time is 10:45 Sunday, the 16th, and at 7 each evening, Sunday through Wednesday. Everyone is welcome to attend the Fall Tent Revival at First Baptist Church, Flatwoods, October 16th through the 19th, with evangelist Scott Smith from Sugar Hill, Alabama. When you want real, authentic Mexican menu items, you want Tres Hermanos Nunez. Accept no substitutes. None compares. Fajitas, tacos, burritos, quesadillas, chimichangas, even vegetarian choices. A kids menu, desserts, and salads. A tasty, budget-pleasing selection for you and your family, unlike any others. Should be your first and only choice for authentic Mexican all throughout the tri-state. Ashland, Greenup, Grayson, Paintsville, Canova, South Point, Olive Hill, and Cannonsburg. Tres Hermanos Nunez, the best around.
6:15 to go in the opening quarter of play. Russell takes a 7-0 lead on Raceland after the 58-yard touchdown pass from Ethan Pack to Carson Patrick. Nathan Totten has it teed up at the 40, right in the center of the field. A booming kick that will drift over to the right corner. And our second touchback on as many kickbacks that we've seen here in the ballgame thus far.
Yeah, I'd say we'll see a lot of that tonight.
That last drive for Russell, 5 plays, 75 yards, 2 minutes, 51 seconds off of the clock. And now the Rams, trailing for the first time this season, will take over on their own 20-yard line, driving from the softball side of the field toward the baseball field. This time it'll be Noah Wallace in the backfield as the lone tailback. And Jules Farrell now as an H-back. The turn to give to Wallace. Wallace works off right tackle and doesn't pick up a whole lot on the first carry he touches the football in the football game. Take him out to the 23-yard line. A gain of 3. It'll be second down and 7. Braden Webb in at tight end. He'll attach on the far side. Connor Hughes, the lone wideout. Christian Wall also a tight end on the near side. Russell showing blitz. Lundy drops back, pressure coming off the edge, rolling out to the right, surveying. He'll fire it down to the near sideline, reaching out, trying to haul it in was Hughes, but he can't hang on as he tried to dot the I, falling out of bounds into the Raceland sideline. Pass falls incomplete and brings up third down and 7 with the clock resting at 5:33.
Really good job by Lundy that time, though, because he was getting pressure and he rolled and there was no room for him to run, so he did the best thing, throw it towards the sidelines where nobody was going to get it except his player or it was going to go out of bounds.
David Harless was the man that got the pressure off the edge. Raceland last week, 12 of 15 on third down conversions. That was 80%. Right now they're facing 3rd and 7 in a double-barrel shotgun look with Wallace and Farrow. 2 receivers wide left. The boundary right is used. Lundy drops back, floats it out to the far sideline. Had his man in the flat as he was trying to get it out to Noah Wallace, and he just drops it. So a 3 and out.
Sort of hit him on the back shoulder a little bit as he turned, and that was one of those that you're just lucky it didn't pop up in the air because the defensive man was right there, and that would have been a pick 6 easy.
So now Mason Likens will have to come out and go for his second punt of the ball game. His first punt, a decent one that he flipped the field. Patrick and Kirshner up near midfield. Snap goes back to Likens. He drives this one as this one will fly over top of the head at the 30-yard line and then tumble and roll toward the 25. It'll stop at the 26. Beautiful kick there.
Great punt. Lots of hang time on it and very deep. So Russell will take over at their own 26-yard line, 1st and 10, coming off that 75-yard drive the last time they had it.
57 yards on that punt.
Spot it right at the 26. 5:18 left here in the first period.
This is a big drive here for both sides. Russell obviously would love to go down and find more points, much like what it did last year when these two teams hooked up over at Russell when they jumped out to that early 14-0 lead.
Yeah, and something that T.J. Maynard said was really important for his ball club. Pack going to hand it off to Richardson Cruz. He gets back to the 26, maybe got a yard at the 27-yard line.
Mason Likens in on the stop.
So they'll give him 2, mark it out to the 28, make it 2nd down and 8.
This is, I think, favoring the style that Russell wanted to come in here and play. be able to continue to drive it down the field, use a lot of time off the clock, really limit the number of times that Raceland gets to touch the football.
Pack again from the shotgun, 2 backs. He's looking to pass, throwing long for Patrick again, and he's got it at the 45, 40, breaks the tackle, 30, and finally ridden down to the turf at the 15-yard line. No flags. That pass play is going to go from the 28-yard line all the way down to the 15.
So down to the 15, a gain of 57. So 58 yards on the touchdown, 57 on that one, giving him tonight already 120 yards on 3 grabs.
And as we said, Patrick is the weapon that Russell has to use, and they found a way already in the first quarter to find him twice. Handoff this time is going to go to Richardson Cruz, trying the left side, trying to turn the corner, puts the speed on, and gets down into the corner and is brought down probably at around the 5-yard line.
Noah Wallace in on the stop as he grabbed him from behind. They're going to put him right at the 5-yard line.
And it'd be a pickup of 10 yards and the first down. First down brought to you again by Bobby Hall, candidate for Greenup County Judge Executive. Vote for a proven leader. Vote for Bobby Hall. First and goal from the 5. 4:03 to go here in the first quarter. Russell going to hand the ball off to Rock, his first carry, and he is hit right at the line of scrimmage, falls forward, maybe got a yard. They'll spot it just between the 4 and the 3.
This would be huge if Raceland can force Russell to have to go for a field goal attempt.
Absolutely.
But this is almost identical to the start of the game that we saw last year over at Russell.
Clock continues to run, 3:30 to go in the first quarter. Second down and goal, ball at the 4-yard line. Pack has Richardson Cruz to his right. He is going to roll to his right. He is looking to throw, throws into the corner, and it is intercepted.
Landon Newman runs underneath the route and hauls it in the end zone.
And I don't know who he was trying to throw to unless he was trying to hit Richardson Cruz, who had gone to the corner, but that was well underthrown.
Well, he had Kirshner on an up-and-out route that was trying to run underneath it, and Newman played it perfectly and ran right underneath him to take it away.
So a huge turnover, and Raceland will get the ball at their own 20-yard line and avoid another score by the Red Devils.
And that's even better than trying to get for 3. So a costly turnover gives the Rams the football. 3:14 to go in the first quarter, trailing 7-0. But they've gone 3 and out on both of their series thus far in the ball game. A double-barrel shotgun look, this time with Farrell and Browning. The turn to give to Farrell. Right up the gut he goes. He runs right into the middle of Brennan Smith in the middle linebacker position, just shy of the 25-yard line.
Good hard running that time. Good defense to plug the hole, but not before. Pickup of almost 5.
They'll give him a gain of 4 out to the 24 to be second down and 6, just inside of 3 minutes to go here in the opening frame. Lundy from the gun. Play action, rolls it out to the left side. He'll keep it himself and lower the shoulder. He's across the 25 and out near the 30.
I think they're going to spot him at about the 28, it looks like.
That's where they will spot him. So that's a gain of 4 and make it third down and 2. 2:30 to go, first quarter, 7-0 Russell. Somebody's searching for their phone. I think they found it. Handoff, Farrell bounces it to the right side. Spin move with a big move, and he's still on his feet at the 35-40, still trying to grind out near midfield. And a first down run by Jules Farrell, brought to you in part by Ram Pharmacy, and the Rams' first down has the football out near midfield.
What a great run. He got hit at about the 36-yard line, and I thought he was going to go down, but he's able to spin all the way around, keep his balance, and keep going.
18-yard play by Farrell, his longest run of the season. The Rams with their first down of the ball game. Now Lundy goes with Two backs in the backfield with an H-back. He'll put a man to the far side. That's the wide side left. Newman on the boundary right. And now penalty marker flies, and I think Raceland was going with some trickery. Did somebody come across? And they're going to false start on the Rams. Both sides pointing toward the other, which is common. But the penalty marker flies against the Rams. So make it 1st and 15 from the 41. Trips left, one right, that's Newman. And this time Jackson Heighton in the backfield. Four hats across the line for the Red Devils. They'll zip it out to Newman at the 45. He turns and cuts upfield. He'll be pushed out of bounds into his own sideline. Just shy of midfield. And they're going to spot him at the 47-yard line, a gain of 6. Make it 2nd down and 9. 70 seconds to go in the first quarter. Russell leading 7-0. Raceland lined up, ready to go. Lundy takes the snap, gives it off to Farrell. Ahead of steam, right up the gut he goes. He's across midfield and the 45-yard line into Russell territory. Ahead of steam there by Jules Farrell. And they're going to take him to the 44 and make it 3rd and inches. 41 seconds to go. Handoff Farrell, 1st down yardage and more as he tries to spin and just rolls over top. Or excuse me. Yeah, Farrell on the carry. Bowling was in there as well. So move the sticks for another Ram Pharmacy 1st down as they'll take him down to the 42-yard line.
1st down.
Gain of 2 on the play. And Raceland with 3 first downs all coming on this drive.
Going to get another playoff before the end of the quarter.
Lundy calls for it, wants to throw on 1st down, zips it out near sideline. Connor Hughes, a little jump cut. He's got reservations for 6. What a move at the 30, and Connor Hughes takes it in from 42 yards. And the Rams are on the board. It's 7-6 with 7 seconds to go in the opening frame. Connor Hughes made a heck of a jump cut, and when he did, it parted the Red Seas.
Well, not only that, but he also had like 3 other players out there with him to give him whatever blocking he needed after he made that move. That well-designed play.
A Johnson's chiropractic touchdown, and Peyton Eisen out for the extra point to try to tie this game at 7. Connor Hughes will set it down. Snap is back. They're going to trick it. Hughes will try to run it. Now he's going to throw it toward the back corner of the end zone. He's got Braden Webb there. He holds it in for the 2-point conversion. And the Raceland Rams lead this one 8-7. We're back after this on the Cool Hits Sports Network.
Raceland Christian Church, 210 Caroline Road, Raceland, wishes all our area athletes the best as they compete in their respective seasons. May you be encouraged by your church family to run with endurance the race set before you in such a way as pleases Jesus, so that you gain the prize that never fades away. Raceland Christian Church meets Sunday mornings at 10:30, 210 Caroline Road, Raceland. Online, visit racelandchristian.com.
Daniel's Pharmacy makes transferring prescriptions easy and is always accepting e-scripts, faxes, and new customers. Daniel's Pharmacy offers free delivery Monday through Friday, curbside service, free medication flavoring for kids, allergy injections and vaccinations, and one-trip refills. Spread the word, Daniel's Pharmacy, 903 Belfont Road, Flatwood, Suite A, across from Dairy Queen. Open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5:30, and Saturday, 9 to 1. Phone 606-836-4313.
Back here at Raceland Worthington High School, Eisen with a line drive kick that will bounce and roll behind the 5. Colby Rock will pick it up there at the 4 far sideline. He swept off his feet after getting out to the 15, and we've got 4 seconds to go here in the first quarter. That last drive for the Rams, 7 plays, 80 yards, 1:45 off the clock.
They'll spot this at the 17-yard line officially, and that's where Russell will start. They will get one play off, and then we'll have the end of the quarter and switch ends of the field. Nice play on the two-point conversion as he bought enough time rolling right to let the defense come after him to find a man in the corner of the end zone. Pack and company back out. Waiting on extra offensive linemen to get in. Now we're ready to go. And a handoff is going to be a handoff to the right side and maybe a yard.
Colby Rock on the carry.
As Rock, who runs really good north and south, picked up a yard, and that'll bring the first quarter to an end. We've completed one. It's been a dandy so far. It's Raceland 8, Russell 7. We'll be back in just a moment here on the Cool Hits Sports Network.
Daniel's Pharmacy makes transferring prescriptions easy and is always accepting e-scripts, faxes, and new customers. Daniel's Pharmacy offers free delivery Monday through Friday, curbside service, free medication flavoring for kids, allergy injections and vaccinations, and one-trip refills. Spread the word, Daniel's Pharmacy, 903 Belfont Road, Flatwood, Suite A, across from Dairy Queen. Open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5:30, and Saturday, 9 to 1. Phone 606-836-4313.
The Fall Tent Revival at First Baptist Church in Flatwoods is October 16th through 19th with evangelist Scott Smith from Sugar Hill, Alabama. The Yates family will lead the music for each service. Revival time is 10:45 Sunday, the 16th, and at 7 each evening, Sunday through Wednesday. Everyone is welcome to attend the Fall Tent Revival at First Baptist Church, Flatwoods, October 16th through the 19th with evangelist Scott Smith from Sugar Hill, Alabama.
Back here at Raceland High School, Jim Forrest along with James Collier. We've completed one. Raceland on a 42-yard pass from Lundy to Hughes, and a two-point conversion leads Russell 8-7. Russell had a 58-yard pass from Pack to Patrick. Russell going to hand the ball off, and not a whole lot there. Good defense by the Rams that time.
That was Mason Likens that flew in there and took his legs out from underneath him.
Oberon trying to get something going, trying to go to the left side, and he is brought down behind the line of scrimmage. Well, they're going to give him maybe.
They're going to put him at the 17, a loss of 2.
Yep, lost 2. So it's going to bring up 3rd down and 10 at the 17. Lost the 2 that Rock picked up on the first carry. Patrick will go out to the left. Kirshner to the right.
One-on-one coverage out there with Patrick on the flat on the right side, or on the far sideline.
Pack drops back, being rushed, looks for help, tries to put it down, then pump fakes, and then just gets sacked back at the 5-yard line.
Cameron Bell was the man that got in there for the sack.
They'll lose from the 17-yard line all the way back to the 10, and so it's a loss of 7 on the first sack of the ball game, and Russell's going to have to punt it away from deep in their own territory.
Campbell had a half a sack last week in the win over Ashland. So now Raceland will put 2 guys at midfield.
They should get excellent field position. Totten stands back midway depth of the end zone. And here's the kick, high kick. And it will take a Raceland bounce and then take a Russell bounce as it goes sideways. But still excellent field position. It's going to come out to about the 47-yard line of Russell. So about a 37-yard kick.
10:22 to go here in the opening half of play. 8-7. Raceland leading Russell. If you feel it's time for positive conservative change for Greenup County and want to take the county attorney's office in a different direction, on November 8th, vote Republican Matthew Warnick for Greenup County attorney. Lee Wireman wants to see Greenup County move forward and wants to be part of helping the citizens of Greenup County enjoying a living and raising a family right here on November 8th. Vote for Lee Wireman for County Commission in District 2. All right, 1st and 10 for the Rams from the Russell 47-yard line near sideline. Lundy puts a man in motion. That's Parker Fannin. He'll play action off of him. He's got a man down the seam. That's Braden Webb who hauls it in at the 30. He's still rumbling and stumbling across the 15, and then he coughs the ball up on the backside. and he's going to fumble the football at the 15, and Russell will recover it at the inside the 15 down near the 12.
He was really trying to work hard to get extra yardage, and they were riding him. One player was on his back like riding a mule, and somebody finally knocked the ball loose, and Russell was able to pound on it. So that's one of those times when you probably should just go down.
So it'll be Russell football on the turnover, and they're going to recover the football at the 13. 10-13 to go in the half, and
big pass play just nullified by the fumble. First turnover for the Rams. Pack and company back out. Handoff going to go to Richardson Cruz, and not a whole lot there. This Ram defense really coming up strong against the run right now.
Jackson Heighton and Mason Likens off the edge there making the stop. Heighton was the recipient of last week's Bowman's Auto Center big hit of the game.
Going to pick up a yard, and it's going to bring up 2nd down and 9. $9:36 to go. Moving clock. Pack, 2 backs flanking him. He's going to keep it. He's rolling, looking to pass. He's in trouble. Throws it underneath, and it's incomplete. Into double coverage, and we've got an injured player down for nope, Slow getting up.
Just Slow coming back to his feet.
That's Oborn. He's got to be careful because of his injury, and looks like he's limping a little bit. Trying to buy enough time to find Patrick. He was well covered that time. Had to come back underneath to Oborn, and he was double teamed. So it's going to bring up 3rd down and 9. And again, Raceland trying to flip the field here and get excellent field position if they can force Russell to punt again.
After getting great field position and the costly turnover.
Patrick this time comes to the right.
Timeout, Russell.
Russell wants a timeout, so we'll step out for just a moment. 9:23 left here in the second quarter. Raceland 8, Russell 7 here on the Cool Hits Sports Network.
Raceland Christian Church, 210 Caroline Road, Raceland, wishes all our area athletes the best as they compete in their respective seasons. May you be encouraged by your church family to run with endurance the race set before you in such a way as pleases Jesus, so that you gain the prize that never fades away. Raceland Christian Church meets Sunday mornings at 10:30, 210 Caroline Road, Raceland. Online, visit racelandchristian.com.
Daniel's Pharmacy makes transferring prescriptions easy and is always accepting e-scripts, faxes, and new customers. Daniel's Pharmacy offers free delivery Monday through Friday, curbside service, free medication flavoring for kids, allergy injections and vaccinations, and one-trip refills. Spread the word, Daniel's Pharmacy, 903 Belfont Road, Flatwood, Suite A, across from Dairy Queen. Open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5:30, and Saturday, 9 to 1. Phone 606-836-4313.
Plays with a 3rd down and 9 from their own 14-yard line.
Let's see if Raceland dials up a blitz here. Patrick is on the boundary right, with Jules Farrell lined up over top of him.
Pack drops back, looking, has time, now steps up in the pocket, and now is brought down from behind.
Ben Taylor.
Looks like he was looking because Patrick he was the decoy that time. He was trying to get Kirshner going deep, and the defense stayed right with him. And Pack had to pull it down and try to step up in the pocket to buy some time, and he was pulled down.
Ben Taylor, a guy that's been huge on that front 3 line for the team last year, had 11 sacks, led the team.
Totten will come in and punt again. He'll stand right at his end zone.
Hughes and Newman deep.
Snap, kick, high kick. And we'll take a Russell bounce and continue to roll dead at about the 36-yard line.
That is flipping the field. And that young man, they've talked about how good of a kicker he is off the block. He can kick it just as well, punting, and maybe even better. 50 yards on the kick there, no return. 8:28 to go here in the opening half of action. Real quickly, before we get back underway, we want to say a big hello to Virgil Howard. He's a Hall of Fame member of Rams class 1966 graduate. Had open heart surgery Tuesday. He's at home watching us live on YouTube. And Virgil, also my neighbor, certainly wishing you thoughts and prayers, and hope everything goes positive for you as you move forward in your recovery.
Absolutely.
1st and 10 for the Rams. Lundy turns, gives it off to his tailback, Noah Wallace. He'll go off of right guard and then is wrapped up and spins forward. Brennan Smith met him there in the hole. It'll be 2nd down for the Rams. Take him out to the 39-yard line, just shy of the 40, so a gain of 3. Make it 2nd and 7. 8 minutes to go in the opening half. 2 receivers wide left, 2 boundary right. Lundy with a man in his left pocket now. Lundy wants to throw, zips it out to Mason Likens, who hauls it in at the 45. He's ridden out of bounds in his own sideline, as making the initial hit there was Austin Pike. So make it 3rd down and short.
3rd down at about 2.
Likens caught 2 balls last week for 27 yards. So at the 45, it'll be 3rd down and 1, 7.5 to go before halftime. 2 receivers left, 1 right, double-barrel shotgun look now with Farrell and Wallace. Lundy claps for it, turns, gives it off to Wallace. Wallace has 1st down yardage and more as he's with a second effort, maybe.
That's going to be close.
With the spot they've got right now at the 48. That moves the sticks, and that's good for another Ram Pharmacy 1st down. His second effort got him over top of the pile and got him out to the 47-yard line, and that's exactly where he needed to go. Trips right, 1 left. That's Newman. Blitz coming off the edge. Lundy breaks the blitz. He'll take it off right side, cross midfield on that great big Raceland logo, and dive forward into Russell territory.
Able to sneak underneath a couple of would-be tacklers and pick up an extra 3 or 4 yards with that dive.
We'll put him down.
Now they're going to say his knee went down.
Yeah, at the 48, but a gain of 5. Nice gain there on 1st down. Same set for the Rams. Mason Likens on the left side. Ball right in the middle of the field on that big orange Raceland R logo. Browning in the backfield now with Lundy on 2nd and 5. Lundy wants to throw again. All kinds of time. Sets his feet, fires a dart across the middle, and he's got Parker Fannin at the 37-yard line. That'll move the sticks for another Ram Pharmacy 1st down.
Well, nice route that time by Fannin. Come across the middle after going down and getting the necessary yardage for the 1st down, and just a nice throw low where he had to go down and get it.
Lundy 5 of 7 for 71 yards on the evening. Ball at the 37 near side hash mark. 6 minutes and some change to go here in the opening half. Raceland leading 8-7, looking for more. Lundy with a double-barrel shotgun look. Now he'll have Browning walk up as an H-back. Low snap. They'll give it off to Farrell. He'll lower the shoulder and dive right off the left side of the center. He'll get the 35-yard line. Gain of 2 makes it 2nd down and 8.
Ian Roark on the stop that time for the Red Devils.
7th play of the drive coming up on this snap for the Rams. Started back on their own 36. 2 receivers right, 1 left. That's the boundary with Newman. Lundy gives it off to Jackson Heighton. He'll go right up the middle, tries to spin and jump off to the left side. Colby Rock comes in and makes the stop. Ethan Pack also there. It'll make it 3rd down and 5 for the Rams with 5 minutes and 7 seconds to go in the opening half. Football in between the 32 and the 33-yard line. Two by 2 for Lundy. Lundy looks near sideline, zips it out to Mason Likens with blockers out ahead and a big hole to the house. He goes 33 yards untouched. His first touchdown as a member of the Rams. And Raceland adds to its lead with 4:45 to go in the first half. It's now 14-7. That touchdown brought to you part by Johnson Chiropractic. Jim, that was another kind of the same play that we saw he found the hole and blockers out in head, and he used that acceleration to kind of burst out in front.
They have set that play up well both times. They just threw that little quick out, and there's blockers out in front. You seal off the defense to the inside, and the sideline is yours.
Extra point is good. 15-7, 4:45 to go in the first half. Back after this on the Cool Hits Sports Network.
Uncle Rick, what are you doing?
I'm trying to stay cooler in my man cave.
Well, this is a beer cave, and you can't stay in this cooler forever. But Clark's Pub and Shop can get you through the dog days of summer.
Whether it's fountain drinks at the lowest price or you're filling up the cooler for the family and friends, Clark's has the widest selection, the best prices, and the most helpful staff you'll find anywhere.
Beat the heat at Clark's Pub and Shop.
Return, refresh, refuel.
When you need collision work or mechanical work on your vehicle, go to Bowman's Auto Service, Lexington Avenue in Flatwoods. Bowman's can do frame repair for iCar certification. They have a downdraft bake oven for factory paint finish, and they get your vehicle back to its pre-accident condition with qualified iCar Gold certified technicians. Bowman's is also an ASE certified mechanic shop, providing transmission flushes, steering and suspension services, AC services, oil changes, and tune-ups. At Bowman's, they always strive for 100% customer satisfaction. Bowman's Auto Service, Lexington Avenue in Flatwoods. Call 836-0837.
Well, the kickoff following the touchdown by Raceland is into the end zone. Russell will get it at their own 20, 1st and 10.
That last drive for the Rams, 8 plays, 64 yards, 4 minutes, 17 seconds off of the clock, and a 33-yard pitch and catch from Logan Lundy to Mason Likens, their first hookup of the season, and the Rams have an 8-point lead.
So Russell will get it back at the 20. They 3 and out their first time, scored on their second possession, threw an interception on the third, and then had to punt their last 2.
Raceland currently outgaining Russell 227 to 146.
Pack ready, looks, throws, complete to Patrick, but only for a pickup of a couple of yards, going to get out to about the 23.
Mason Likens chasing him out of bounds. They were sharing some pleasantries on the way out. Former teammates last year. Looks like they'll put it at the 23-yard line.
Second down and 7 for the Red Devils. 4:41 the left here in this second quarter, and Raceland on top 15-7. 15 unanswered points for the Rams. Pack going to hand this one off, and Oborn, nothing there. Tried that left side, and boy, it just clogged up in a hurry.
Jackson Heighton, he's taking off the wristband tape after that hit. He's wanting the Bowman's Auto Center big hit of the game there. There's a candidate for that one. What a pop.
It's going to lose a couple of yards. And it's going to bring up 3rd down and 9 from the 21. DeMarcus Kirshner will come out wide right. Patrick also wide right. One wide out to the left. Pack drops straight back. Rush coming. Steps up. Looking. Nowhere to go. And he is brought down behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a sack at the 19-yard line, a loss of 2.
Braden Webb, the big middle linebacker there with Jackson Heighton, makes the big hit.
Second sack of Pack in the ball game. Actually, the third. One of them was for no gain. So it's going to bring up 4th and long again, and Tottenham's going to have to come in and punt it away again.
And a big opportunity here for Raceland. They get the football to start the second half. Can they cash in and get a 2-for-1 here?
And if you're Russell, you have to prevent against that happening. Here's the snap. Here's the kick. Another high kick. And this one's going to go take a Raceland bounce. After it hit at midfield, it's going to bounce into Russell territory at about the 46, 47-yard line, where Raceland will have excellent field position.
Mike Wilson has been serving the citizens of Greenup County as your county attorney and wants to continue to serve you, the people, and continue the fight against illegal drugs and other problems in the county. On November 8th, vote experience. Vote for Mike Wilson for Greenup County attorney. All first downs tonight brought to you apart by Ram Pharmacy, Greenup Avenue in Raceland for fast, reliable prescription service, along with vaccines and much more. Stop by or call 836-RAMS. Ram Pharmacy, your pharmacy for life. And Bobby Hall, candidate for Greenup County Judge Executive, wants to say thanks for all the educators and administrators for working so hard to serve our students. On November 8th, vote for a proven leader. Vote for Bobby Hall. Handoff goes to Noah Wallace as he'll bounce it to the outside and then finally hammered out of bounds on the far sideline. Nice gain there by Noah Wallace.
The offensive line for the Rams really doing a job now, opening up some holes for the running backs, which then makes it easier for Lundy to find somebody open on the passing attack.
So gain of 9 down to the 37. It'll be 2nd down and 1. Wallace was the recipient of Raceland's Hit Stick Award last week. One of the many awards they give. Lundy's going to call his own number, tries to get it to the outside edge. He picks up a block and a big seam as he'll lower the shoulder at the 30 and take Carson Patrick off of his feet at the 30-yard line. That's a gain of 7 and another Ram Pharmacy first down.
I'd like to remind you, for all your insurance needs, see the good folks at Kurt Robinson State Farm Insurance. Car, home, health, and more. Kurt can take care of you. That's Kurt Robinson State Farm Insurance.
Big hello to my good friend Eric Booz tonight, tuning in and watching at home. Lundy on first down, zips it out to Newman on the near sideline on a little bubble screen. Newman crosses the 30, gets knocked off of his feet after picking up a couple. It'll be 2nd down. Newman only had 1 reception last week, and he has been an intricate part of this offense early on, as Newman 3 catches already in the ball game. Russell showing blitz. Handoff Jackson Height, and he'll work off right tackle. Cut back left, a stiff arm. 20, 15, 10, 5 at the pylon. He's in for 6. Touchdown, Raceland. Jackson Heighton steamrolls in from 26 yards out. Mike Salmons, a big fist clap on the sideline. A Johnson chiropractic touchdown for the Rams with 1:42 to go in the opening half of play. The Rams lead this one. It's now 21-7. A penalty marker at the end as we're going to get a personal foul on Raceland. So now the extra point attempt will back up from that spot. What a heck of a run there by Jackson Heighton after the cutback to get himself into the end zone.
Well, if you've noticed, everything that Raceland's been able to do against Russell here in this first half, they have been able to get to the edge. The passes have been to the edge, to the sideline. Once they get to the edge, they can get big yardage. And that's something that T.J. Maynard talked about in the pregame show because they took the wrong angle a lot last week, and that was on the edges.
Ison's kick is up and no good, wide right. So it's 21-7 with 1:42 to go before the half. We're back after this on the Cool Hit Sports Network.
Dual Racing Rams.
Uncle Rick, what are you doing?
I'm trying to stay cooler in my man cave.
Well, this is a beer cave, and you can't stay in this cooler forever. But Clark's Pub & Shop can get you through the dog days of summer.
Whether it's fountain drinks at the lowest price or you're filling up the cooler for the family and friends, Clark's has the widest selection, the best prices, and the most helpful staff you'll find anywhere.
Beat the heat at Clark's Pub & Shop.
Return, refresh, refuel.
When you need collision work or mechanical work on your vehicle, go to Bowman's Auto Service, Lexington Avenue in Flatwoods. Bowman's can do frame repair for iCar certification. They have a downdraft bake oven for factory paint finish. And they get your vehicle back to its pre-accident condition with qualified iCar Gold certified technicians. Bowman's is also an ASE certified mechanic shop providing transmission flushes, steering and suspension services, AC services, oil changes, and tune-ups. At Bowman's, they always strive for 100% customer satisfaction. Bowman's Auto Service, Lexington Avenue in Flatwoods. Call 836-0837.
With 1:42 to go before halftime. That last Raceland drive, 4 plays, 46 yards, 1:04 off the clock. And Jackson Heighton scampers in from 27 yards out, and the Rams lead this one now 21-7. The penalty marker enforced on the kickoff, so the Rams will kick off from the 25. A little squib kick to the near sideline as Kirshner fields it on his fingertips at the 35 and then slips a tackle at the 45 and gets out near midfield.
And you're right. With his fingertips, he just about missed picking that up, didn't he?
Yes. I mean, it was by his fingertips when he got it, but the nice part was he was able to get it with a head of steam going forward. So now Russell only needs probably about 15 to 20 yards to put Nathan Totten in range for a field goal attempt.
Yeah, he kicked a 47-yarder in preseason.
They'll have it at
with
the 40,
plenty to spare.
Yeah. He'll have it at the 49 is where this will start. With a minute 38 to go before halftime.
So Pack and company come out. Patrick will be wide out to the left. Kirshner and also to the left. Auburn and Richardson Cruz, and delay of game.
They were slow coming out of the huddle on the sideline, and
that's not what you want.
No, not after getting nice field position and then kicking yourself in the backside and moving backward.
So they'll move it back to the 44-yard line. Same formation. 2 wideouts to the left. 2 backs flanking Pack. He drops straight back. Has time. Throwing long. Going down the field, and he overthrows Patrick, who was coming more towards the inside, and the pass was more towards the outside, so didn't really have a shot at that either way.
He had a step on Landon Newman as he was downfield. If he catches it in stride, he's walking into the end zone. But, again, like you mentioned, just the wrong side, and you could see it. Patrick gave up. As soon as he looked up and saw the ball, there was no way he could make an adjustment.
No. As soon as he looked up, he knew it was coming to the wrong side of him, and he just sort of slowed down. Second down and 10 from the 44. High snap, quick pass, goes over to Kirshner. Kirshner looking for a block from Patrick, doesn't get it. Tries to cut it back to the inside, picks up good yardage, the 5 that they lost, get it back to the original line of scrimmage at the 49. It'll bring up 3rd down and 10.
Xander Jenkins in on the stop. Just over a minute to go. Raceland still with all of its timeouts. I would be surprised to see Russell snap this one before the clock is almost at 0 again.
1:01 to go, unless they're trying to get into field goal range. 3rd down and 10. Pack drops back. Now steps up. Looks, throws, and it's incomplete. Good defense coming over the top and knocking it away from Kirshner.
Jules Farrow read that one perfectly out of his safety position, and he came over top and swatted it down. And more importantly, that stops the clock with 48 seconds, and the Rams not having to burn a timeout at that point.
Taunton will come out and have to punt it away. He has kicked it a lot already tonight.
And this is where he wants to try to pin one deep.
He'll stand back at about his own 35. The line of scrimmage is the 49. Here's the snap high. He goes up and gets it. Gets away a very high kick. Fair catch called for and taken at about the 9-10-yard line. So he did his job, pinned it deep. And Raceland will have it with 3 timeouts and 40 seconds to go. But I think you're probably going to run the clock out down here because you get the ball to start the second half.
Yeah, you don't want to do anything at this point to put yourself in jeopardy. I think if they had a field position up near midfield, you might try to get yourself down in field position, give Ison a chance for a kick. Right here, be smart, take a couple knees, take it to the locker room, set up for the second half. Lundy's going to go under center, and that's exactly what they're going to do here. Lundy will take a knee, and that should take us to halftime. Play clock is over the game clock.
Yeah.
And the Rams offense walking toward the sideline. Lundy's telling his guys, get away, and that's going to take us to halftime. Raceland leads Russell by a score of 21-7 here in the Rail Cities Bowl. Halftime show when we return after this on the Cool Hit Sports Network.
Would you do anything to support your team? What about switching your checking account? With Ashland Credit Union's debit card, you can support your favorite team. Every time you make an eligible purchase with your debit card, Ashland Credit Union donates 10 cents on your behalf to the Senior Assistance Program. Sign up for your favorite team's debit card today at Ashland Credit Union, 1300 Central Avenue, Ashland. Membership eligibility required, federally insured by NCUA.
Vote Kim Fannin Mullins for Greenup County Clerk. With 30 years of experience, Kim Fannin Mullins has been dedicated to helping all the citizens of Greenup County. Hardworking and honest, Kim Fannin Mullins is up to date on technology and procedures, will have an open door policy, and will go above and beyond for the staff and community. She spent over 20 years working with the youth of the county. Vote Kim Fannin Mullins for Greenup County Clerk.
This is Kim Fannin Mullins, and I paid for and approved this message.
Uncle Rick, what are you doing?
I'm trying to stay cooler in my man cave.
Well, this is a beer cave, and you can't stay in this cooler forever. But Clark's Pub and Shop can get you through the dog days of summer.
Whether it's fountain drinks at the lowest price or you're filling up the cooler for the family and friends, Clark's has the widest selection, the best prices, and the most helpful staff you'll find anywhere.
Beat the heat at Clark's Pub and Shop.
Return, refresh, refuel.
Are you having trouble keeping your parking lot lit? Is customer safety one of your top priorities? If so, call River Cities Builders at 473-4112 for all your lighting needs. We have bucket truck and boom crane truck services. We have extensive experience in exterior lighting and parking lot lighting maintenance. No need to ever be in the dark again. Remember, call River Cities Builders at 473-4112 for all your lighting needs. We will light your path to success. Welcome back here to Raceland High School. We're at halftime where Raceland enjoys a 21-0 lead over the Russell Red Devils here in the Rel Cities Bowl. Russell got on the scoreboard first with 6:15 to go in the first quarter. A 58-yard pass from Pack to Patrick capped off a 75-yard drive in 5 plays. The point after was good, and Russell led 7-0. Following an interception in the end zone where Russell had a chance going in. Looks like they were going to take a big lead to start the ball game, but Raceland comes up with a big interception in the end zone. They take over at the 20-yard line, and 5 plays later, Lundy finds Hughes for 42 yards down the sideline. The 2-point conversion is good, and with 7 seconds to go in the first quarter, Raceland takes their first lead at 8-7. Russell would punt the football. Raceland fumbled it. Russell would punt it again. Raceland would take over at their own 37. This time they would go 63 yards in 8 plays. Lundy would find Likens down the sideline for 33 yards. The point after was good, and with 4:45 to go in the second period, it was 15-7. Following a Russell punt, Raceland got it back at the Russell 46. They would go 46 yards in 4 plays, a 27-yard run by Jackson Heighton after he broke it to the outside. The point after was no good, and with 1:42 to go in the second quarter, Raceland led it 21-7. Following a Russell punt, Raceland got it back, but they were deep in their own territory, took a knee, and that's how the half ended. So for the Raceland Rams, they lead it 21-7 here at halftime. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll take a look at some of your first half stats and talk about the first half and some things happening in high school football. We'll do all of that and more when we continue in a couple of moments on the Cool Hit Sports Network. You know, financial security begins at home with home ownership. If you've been putting off looking for a home because you think you can't afford it, you owe it to yourself to check out Members Choice Credit Union. Members Choice Credit Union has programs for first-time home buyers and more to help put you in the home of your dreams. Call, click, or stop by Members Choice Credit Union today.
Members Choice Credit Union, NMLS 411945, Equal Housing Lender. Call for additional information. Other restrictions may apply.
When you have business away from home or a planned event far from your comfort zone, you're probably going to need a little help. Let A&A Porta Potties assist you with all your portable toilet needs. Whether on a construction site, planning for an outdoor wedding, or any other outdoor event, A&A Porta Potties are here to assist you. A&A Porta Potties also rents out storage containers, office containers, cooling fans, tables, and chairs. A&A Porta Potties, there is no event too big or too small for us to accommodate you.
A lot of folks are paying their bills online. It's safe, accurate, and very convenient. If you would like to know more about banking online, stop by the bank and we can get you going. Cutting-edge technology with a first-name, friendly, hometown, personal touch. First and People's Bank and Trust Company. Member FDIC. We are the home office.
Raceland Christian Church, 210 Caroline Road, Raceland, wishes all our area athletes the best as they compete in their respective seasons. May you be encouraged by your church family to run with endurance the race set before you in such a way as pleases Jesus, so that you gain the prize that never fades away. Raceland Christian Church meets Sunday mornings at 10:30, 210 Caroline Road, Raceland. Online, visit racelandchristian.com.
21-7 at the break. Raceland in the locker room and leading. And they get the football to start the second half of play. Let's take a look at some numbers in this one. We'll start first with Russell. 4 first downs in the ball game. They're 1 of 6 on third down yardage or third down tries. 151 yards of total offense. They've gone through the air for 134. That's 6 of 11 by Ethan Pack. He has 1 touchdown pass. That was a 58-yarder to Carson Patrick. Raceland has been stingy at best in the Russell rushing attack, holding Russell to 17 yards on 14 carries. That's averaging 1.2 per carry. 3 flags for 15 yards against the Red Devils. They've punted the ball 5 times for an average of 39.2. They've had the football for 12 minutes and 40 seconds. Raceland 10 first downs, brought to you in part by Ram Pharmacy, your friend for life. Third downs, 4 out of 6. They were 80% last week, 12 of 15 against Ashland. 270 total yards of offense in the first half for the Rams, 174 through the air, 96 on the ground. Logan Lundy, 7 of 9 thus far in the ballgame. He has been very efficient in the passing attack, as well as finding 5 different receivers that have caught balls. Connor Hughes, Parker Fenton, Mason Likens, Landon Newman, and Braden Webb all have made at least one grab. Connor Hughes and Mason Likens have hauled in touchdown scoring drives. Rams with 2 punts, 56.5 yards average from Mason Likens, have had the ball for 10 minutes and 40 seconds. 21-7 our score at the half. Let's take a break. When we return, we'll get you ready for the second half and a few things we'll talk about here in the halftime show. Hall of Fame weekend for the Rams. We'll talk about the Hall of Fame class of 2022 as we continue after this in the halftime show on the Cool Hit Sports Network.
In addition to the Greenup location, Stultz Pharmacy's newest location is at 437 James Hanna Drive in South Shore, but has retained the name you know and love, McDonald Pharmacy, with the same great service you'll find in the Greenup location, with free delivery service and their convenient drive-thru. Get your vaccinations and allergy shots, and of course, great prescription service at Stultz Pharmacy in Greenup and McDonald Pharmacy, James Hanna Drive, South Shore.
Stultz Pharmacy.
Andrew Eimel would like to let you know that he's running for Greenup County Clerk in 2022, and he would love to have your vote on November 8th. Andrew has been serving the past 4 years as County Commissioner and would like to serve the residents of Greenup County as County Clerk. When it comes time to vote in the next election on November 8th, vote for Andrew Eimel for Greenup County Clerk. Andrew Eimel encourages you to attend, enjoy, and support all area student athletics.
Paid for by Andrew Eimel.
Did you miss starting college this month? Maybe you're still waiting on your financial aid to be approved, or you planned on attending a university, but it didn't work out. Well, no worries. Ashland Community and Technical College has a 12-week online session starting September 12th and an 8-week online session starting October 17th. So don't delay. Call 606-326-2000 or stop by one of the 3 ACTC campuses today. It's not too late to further your education at Ashland Community and Technical College.
If you've been in a wreck or need work done on your vehicle, Bowman's Auto Service is the place to go. If you've had engine problems, need a tune-up, oil change, or maybe you need a transmission flush, the place to go is Bowman's Auto Service. Bowman's Auto Service on Lexington Avenue in Flatwoods is an iCar Gold certified collision repair shop and an ASE certified mechanical shop. They've been in the business for over 30 years and they repair and fix all makes and models. Bowman's uses computer diagnostic and they work with all insurance companies. Bowman's Auto Service, Lexington Avenue in Flatwoods. Call 836-0837.
Back here at halftime, 21-7, and you catch me in the middle of a payday.
Yeah, that's the way it goes sometimes, James.
It works like that.
Hey, I want to say hello to a couple of our friends who are watching tonight and listening. Dickie Martin, your friend and mine, voice of the Tomcats, who's watching tonight. My friend Richard Dameron, Dickie Tiller of Cool Hits, who's watching. I want to say hello to Hank Bond, who's watching tonight, and the people who, are familiar with his streaming service. And then our good friend Andy Zabrowski, who's watching. And we appreciate all the good comments that you're sending our way.
Absolutely. Hall of Fame weekend here for the Rams as they bring in 5 to the class of 2022. Mark Kirk from 1988. Dan Burris, we spoke with him in the Tailgate show, member of the 1965 team. Clayton Thompson from 1974. Linwood Walker from 1948. And Mike Wilson, 1974. And Clint Thompson in 07. It's something that Mike Sammons, he really wants to do every year, and they have a great class every single year. And it's something that each member that comes in brings something very unique. And having an opportunity to speak with Mr. Burris playing in the 60s, I said, compare your playing surface to what you see now. And he goes, oh, my goodness. He said, it's not even close.
Yeah, I'm sure.
He said they practiced back here in the parking lot where everything, the tailgate ceremonies and everything was going on. It was fun this week talking with Randy Vanderhoof. Coach Huff's been around this league forever. And I talked to him. I said, Coach, back in the 70s, what was it? He goes, Coach, we didn't have any grass on the field. He said it was mostly pebbles and sand. He said you started off with a little bit of grass on the outside edges. He said by the end of the year, he said it was just all dirt. And he called this a football field of dreams is what it is. And, this playing surface, it just the lights, it pops. Right here on US 23, I told Larry Coldiron, I said, boy, you put a nice business card out there that is just highlighting everything that this district has to offer.
Yeah, absolutely, and it is beautiful, and it's, like I said, when you walk on it, it's like walking on cushions, and playing on it has to be a lot of fun, too, and I'm sure all these guys who got inducted love to see the progress that Raceland is making in today's time.
And what a crowd on hand from both communities. I talked with Tom Collins. He said he's guesstimating around 9,000, maybe 10,000. It's you look on the end zones, 4 to 5 deep on each side, people sitting up on the hillsides, up cars lined down US 23. Nowhere near our record of cars lined up that we had here in the postseason in the semifinals with Pikeville. But this is a super crowd, and this right here, again, after everything we've gone through over the last couple of years with COVID, this is great to see.
Oh, it's absolutely great to see. And another thing I noticed, I had to come out on the field and pregame and get Coach T.J. Maynard of Russell and bring him out to our tailgate area, and the number of Raceland people who stopped to wish him luck tonight and to say hello to him as he was coming out, because he used to be the coach here.
And Mike Sammons was his assistant.
And Mike Sammons, and they know that, they remember that, and even though when you go to battle out here, it's a war, the camaraderie is still there, and that's always nice to see.
Absolutely, without a doubt. All right, let's take a break. When we come back, we'll get you ready for the second half of action. 21-7, the Rams in the locker room with the lead. They've got the ball to start the second half. When we continue after this on the Cool Hits Sports Network.
At Preston Family Funeral Home, we understand how making decisions during the loss of a loved one can be most difficult. You can help relieve this burden on your family with pre-planning at Preston Family Funeral Home. It's safe, secure, and simple. You can transfer your existing plan from any other funeral home to Preston Family Funeral Home by simply calling 606-325-4946. Preston Family Funeral Home. Our family serving yours because we care.
Tri-State Ophthalmology and Tri-State Surgery Center are proud to support the Russell Red Devils. Doctors John Gross, Carter Gussler, Josh Gross, and Josh Daniel provide surgical and medical management of eye diseases, including cataracts, glaucoma, dry eye, and diabetes. And Dr. Josh Gross is now performing LASIK surgery. Call 606-324-2451 to schedule a free LASIK consultation. Go Devils!
The Greenup County Public Library has activities in August with crafts, outdoor movies, book club, girls' night out, and the Genealogical Society meeting August 29th in Greenup. And wham, zap, bang, boom, it's back! LibraryCon is coming September 10th from 5 to 9 p.m. at the Flatwood City Park. Join the Greenup County Public Library for free food, free crafts, inflatables, cosplay contest, live music, and more. Go to greenuplib.org for more. Family-owned and operated Imels Greenhouse still has all your summer needs, such as hanging baskets, mulch, ferns, succulents, vegetables, and a variety of colorful flowers to improve your landscape and your house. Imels Greenhouse is open Monday through Saturday from 9 to 6. Call 606-473-1708. Check them out on Facebook. Better yet, come and see Kenny and Pam at Imels Greenhouse, 2836 State Route 1, Greenup. And thank you for choosing to shop local and support a farm family business.
Back here at halftime on the Cool Hits Sports Network. Rams leading this one 21-7. Jim Forrest, you go to the locker room with Russell. What's Coach T.J. Maynard telling his team?
Well, I think you've got one of the same problems that you saw last week that you haven't corrected yet, and I'm sure he's stressing that, and is you've got to have better containment on the sidelines, because both touchdowns that were two of their three touchdowns have come once they get that little quick pass out and they get a block and they get down the sidelines. You've got to have a better angle of attack to keep that from happening. It happened to him right at the end of the half against Boone County. It happened a couple of times in that game, so he's going to talk to him about that. And I think he's going to talk to him about that offensive line's got to open up some holes to get the running game going, because Pack can't just sit back there and look to pass, because if he does, that Ram defense is going to come after him like they were, pin their ears back and take off, and they've got to open up some holes.
Well, and it's a lot easier to pin your ears back and get after the quarterback when you got a 14-point lead.
Yeah, absolutely.
And something that, again, they're trying to stretch it out to get it down the field, trying to get it to Carson Patrick, which worked well in the first part of the game, but Raceland made some nice adjustments. They've got safety help over top. We've seen a couple times Jules Farrell come over top and swat balls away that was headed toward Patrick's direction. We didn't see that in those first two pass plays.
You might see maybe Russell do something which I think might work if they want to try it, is line Patrick up not as a far outside receiver, but as the
move him into the slot
and bring him in the slot and have him do a slant. You can throw it because he's so big.
Yeah,
you throw it up and do a slant. He might not go to the house with it, but he's going to pick up good yardage. Haven't seen him do that yet. Don't know if they will. Really didn't see him do that last week against Boone County. They always tend to want to try to get Patrick going deep, and I think sometimes they're going to have to try to use him coming across the middle.
14 carries, 17 yards on the rushing attack. Yeah. That certainly makes things difficult, because Raceland has basically stymied everything at the line of scrimmage.
Absolutely, and that's why I said they've got to open up some holes, Russell does, to get the running game going, which will then open up the passing game a little bit. Now, if you're Mike Sammons, I mean, you're pretty pleased with the way your team's played. You made the adjustments on Patrick that you needed to make in that second quarter, and I think if he's looking at, if he's telling his team something, it's this is our rival Russell. They're not going to roll over. We got to keep playing. We got to put the pedal down, because they're going to try to come back. I mean, you can't let this team get complacent.
This is the one, I think this is the series that Raceland wants to look at. Execute, and drive it down the field and take away any possibilities of trying to find points here for Russell. This is where you can really kind of push this game out of reach.
Yeah, and I think you're exactly right. I think it might be a series of plays where you're going to drive the ball down the field, running the ball, eating up clock, having a sustained drive, and like you said, scoring at the end of it and pushing this game almost out of reach.
Well, Raceland looking for its first win in the series since 2018. That was a dandy, a 14-7 ball game. Yeah. Russell has won the last three, 41-0. That was the largest margin of defeat in the series. Won it in 2020 to 41-21, and then last year over at Russell, 28-18. There's been 4 one-score games in the matchups between the 13 matchups that they've had so far, with Russell, again, taking that first game back in 2007, 35-14.
Taunton will tee it up at the 40-yard line as he gets set to kick it off, and Raceland will get the football, moving right to left as we view it from here in the press box at Raceland High School. As we've heard us say, a great crowd. I mean, you just look, there's people everywhere on the hillsides, not just the cars, but on the hillsides in front of the fence, everywhere.
Ben Spicer checking in from down in Texas. He said that on-field angle is on fire. So big thanks to Ben checking in tonight, as well as all the great folks who's dropped in comments throughout the evening. So Raceland ready to go. Deep kickoff, and just watch that one fly. He may kick that one through the uprights. That one's about 4 yards deep on the Raceland A of land. That young man has got a future in kicking.
Yeah, Coach Maynard said that not only did he go to a lot of places this summer and work on kicking and camps and stuff, but also on punting, and you can see because he's become a premier punter also. But, man, can he boot the ball.
Without a doubt. So the Rams offense will take over 1st and 10 from their own 20, leading 21-7 as we start the third quarter of play here on the true home opener for the Rams. So Logan Lundy will start with Jules Farrell in his right pocket. He'll put 2 receivers each way, ball right in between the hashes. And maybe we'll get started if the officials will let us go.
Well, they had a ball on the field. They had to get it off.
Throw a couple out there. Let's see how that plays. Here we go. Lundy from the gun. Farrell in his right pocket. He'll clap forward on 1st down, wants to throw, sets his feet, throws a dart to the outside edge, and hauling it in is Parker Fannin.
Good catch over there. Had to go down low to get it and is able to scoop it up.
Nice coverage there by Ethan Oborn as well. But he'll take it out for a gain of 8 yards and make it 2nd down and 2. Check that, make it 9 as they'll go on out to the 29-yard line. Handoff right up the middle and should move the sticks.
Yep.
As Noah Wallace on the carry. So a Ram Pharmacy 1st down. All 1st downs sponsored by Ram Pharmacy right here on the home location of Raceland. So 1st and 10, 11th 1st down of the ball game for the Rams. Lundy keeps it himself, works off left tackle, slips a tackle at the 35, still on his feet. He's rumbling and stumbling, and he's got green grass in front of him. One man to beat at the 15, the 10, the 5. He's into the end zone for 6. Touchdown, Raceland. Logan Lundy, 69 yards to the house. And the Raceland Rams take a 27-7 lead to open up the second half.
Well, it wasn't what we said they would probably do to start the second half, but it works nonetheless, right?
What a run there by Logan Lundy. He found, and Jim, it's something you pointed out back in the first half. Raceland has been able to get it out to the edge, and every time they've got it to the edge, something big has happened.
And at about the 45-yard line here, almost directly in front of us, there was a Russell player who had looked like an angle, but a Raceland player came up and got between him and Lundy. Didn't make the block, just got between them, and it was all over then.
Extra point is no good. 27-7, 10:52 to go in the third quarter. Back after this on the Cool Hits Sports Network.
Vote Kim Fannin Mullins for Greenup County Clerk. With 30 years of experience, Kim Fannin Mullins has been dedicated to helping all the citizens of Greenup County. Hardworking and honest, Kim Fannin Mullins is up to date on technology and procedures, will have an open door policy, and will go above and beyond for the staff and community. She spent over 20 years working with the youth of the county. Vote Kim Fannin Mullins for Greenup County Clerk.
This is Kim Fannin Mullins, and I paid for and approved this message.
Better ingredients, better pizza, better brace yourself because Papa John's has done it again. Introducing Papa Bowls. No crust, just a whole bunch of those Papa John's toppings you love, baked to piping hot perfection. I'm talking crisp veggies, savory meats, all covered in melty cheese, and those signature sauces. Try flavors like Italian Meats Trio, Chicken Alfredo, and Garden Veggie, or get creative and build your own. Better ingredients, better pizza, now in a bowl. Papa John.
Ison's kick takes a bounce at the 15, scooped up at the 10. That's Kirshner who tries to bounce it to the outside, and he'll be pushed down into the Raceland sideline at the 25-yard line. So that last drive for the Rams, 3 plays, 80 yards, a minute 15. That's all they needed to add to the lead and make it a 20-point edge.
Yeah, we thought they might, try to drive down, run after run after run, eat up clock. Oh, no.
Logan Lundy said, I've got places to be and things to do. Yeah, listen. That kid loves food. Let me tell you, I've got him in class. I get to see that firsthand.
At the 27-yard line, officially is where they'll mark it, where Russell will begin their first possession here in the second half. And Pack is going to hand it off to Oborn, who is going to get back to the line. Ball's loose, and Raceland says they have it.
Landon Newman, I believe, is the one on the pile with the football, and
no indication
he comes
yet.
out with the football. He hands it to the official. Now they've got to get together to decide was a fumble occurred or not. And it is.
Recovered by the Rams.
So fumble on the very first play.
Landon Newman with the fumble recovery.
Russell's first turnover. Now we got a flag has been thrown.
Yeah, sideline warning on Russell. So the question is now, where are they going to spot the football? So
it'll be Raceland football, no doubt. They recovered the fumble, it looks like, at about the 28-yard line.
This is going to be a great opportunity for the Rams to blow this one wide open.
And it's going to be
unsportsmanlike.
Sportsmanlike conduct against Russell. That's a 15-yard penalty.
So from the end of the play, which will be half the distance to the goal.
It should take it down to the 14.
Yeah, so put the ball at the 28 and then put a penalty marker there for unsportsmanlike.
So Russell gets it at the 14-yard line. Raceland gets it at the 14-yard line of Russell, James.
Yeah, and a great opportunity here as they'll go inside the Johnson Chiropractic orange zone for the first time tonight. Trips left, one right for Lundy from the gun. The low snap, Lundy wants to throw, looking left, fires it left. He's got his man there. That's Mason Likens who hauls it in. He's at the goal line. He's in for 6. Touchdown, Raceland. 14-yard pitch and catch. Mason Likens' second touchdown of the night. One play, 6 more points for the Rams. It's 33-7 with 10:33 to go in the third. Those two had a little fun on social media this week. But Jim, and again, you've covered Russell for so many years as well with the Coit Sports Network with football. This was a big one for Mason Likens.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you come over.
No, missed it. Wide left that time.
You come over and you play your team that you were with last year, and they know each other. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, and it's he transferred in the middle of last year. He came over, ran track for Raceland, and coming into the week, any time that you have a team that gets together that you're playing your opposition, it's big. Last year that was for Logan Lundy. He was a transfer out of Russell in his first game, and a little jitters. Last year, 14 of 23, 151 yards, 1 touchdown and 2 interceptions. But you could tell Logan Lundy's a different-looking quarterback this year.
Oh, no doubt. He's got a lot of poise, a lot of confidence. Stood in the pocket right there, threw a strike. Just a lot more confident player than you can tell. And physical, a lot better too.
Well, and you look across that offensive line, Drew Burke sets him down. Ben Taylor and Evan Burrows will flank at the guard positions. And Clay Coldiron and Reese Winters on the outside edge. Coldiron was named the offensive line player of the week. And, it's just they've got the big bodies up front. They take care of their quarterback and allow him to do a lot with all of his weapons that he has around him. So Ison's kick, a booming kick that will take a bounce at the 12. Scooped up about the 4. Kirshner pinballs off of one man as he spins at the 25, and then he's swept off his feet there.
Spotted at the 27 again, where Russell will have it if he was able to get out of that spin move right there. He had a lot of room in front of him, but good defense. He had a couple people around his ankles. So Russell will get it back. And they'll start again at their own 27, same place they started last time. One play fumbled away, and one play Raceland takes it in.
Ashland Community and Technical College has a 12-week online course starting September 12th and an 8-week online course starting October 17th. It's not too late to further your education at ACTC.
So the Red Devils come out, finding themselves down now 33-7, and they really need to get something going on this drive. Low snap, picked up, throw over, dropped.
Try to hit Kirshner in the flat on the far sideline.
Don't think he was going to – I'm going to show you the difference between the two plays right now. Pass over to Kirshner. He had one person in front of him. That was Patrick. That was it. And he had 5 Rams coming there. The 2 plays that we've seen Raceland run, same play, that little quick out, there's 3 or 4 blockers. That's been the difference.
Yes.
In the way it's set up.
And it's just it's something that I've noticed, especially as this game has worn on. The team speed that Raceland possesses on both sides of the football is a step ahead of where Russell is currently.
Yeah. Again, low snap. Pack picks it up. Tripped. He's down right there. His knee went down at about the 20-yard line. He picked up the low snap, tried to pick it up and go with it, and he slipped and fell, and his knee went down. He got up real fast, but the official caught it.
Yeah.
They'll spot him at the 20, we'll call it the 23. So it's going to be a loss of 4. And it's going to bring up 3rd down and 14. 9:53 to go here in the 3rd.
That's one of the things that Russell right now, just everything that can possibly go wrong for them has been going wrong.
Again, the snap. Good snap this time, and this time Pack rolling, looking, and man, is he hit. There's your big hit.
That's Jackson Heighton.
Flags are going to come in, though. He was hit at the 15-yard line.
Absolutely blasted.
Didn't see anything wrong with the hit.
Jackson Heighton came off the edge, and when they started rolling out, he put a beeline on Ethan Pack, and he lowered a boom.
That's going to be an 8-yard loss if it holds up. Officials are talking about it.
Roy Wright, our white hat tonight.
And he's coming over to make personal foul against Raceland.
So it'll be a 15-yard penalty.
From the point of the infraction, which will just bring it up to the 30-yard line and still be 4th down. Actually, they're going to bring it up to the 33.
Mike Sammons is pleading his case on the near sideline, trying to say it has to be 4th down. But
I think he might be pleading his case that why was
a personal foul. Was it? Yeah, exactly.
Looked like a pretty good hit. So they're going to call it 3rd down now and about 4. Got to get to the 37. Here's a quick pass, and it is – was it caught? No. Hit the ground. Trying to hit it out there to Kirshner, and he could not hang on to it. So it's going to bring up 4th down. The ball is at the 33-yard line. They got to get to the 37, and so Totten will come in to punt it again. So I guess we can't give that big hit since it was a penalty, huh?
I guess not.
I didn't read that in the rules.
That was a really good hit. Here's the snap. Here's the kick. Very high kick. And we'll take a Raceland bounce back up field and out of bounds at about the 41, 42-yard line, where Raceland will get it back with 9:19 still to play here in the 3rd and up 33-7.
So they could put it at the 43. So 24 yards on the punt. No return. Real quickly, as the Raceland's getting ready to take the field, let's meet one of the stars from the Raceland Rams, as Noah Wallace. He had an outstanding week last week, led the team in tackles. He was last year the first rusher that went for over 1,000 yards since 2018 when Hunter Lax did it. And he'll take the first handoff here to start this series, and he'll go off left tackle and cross the 45-yard lines out to the 46. So make it 2nd and 7 with 9 minutes to go here in the third. Rams leading this one 33-7. Trying to move the season to 2-0 when they bring in Rowan County next Friday night. Trips right, one left. That's Newman. Lundy wants to throw on second down, sets his feet, looks to the outside. He's got 2 men there. Connor Hughes climbs the ladder, makes the angle. He slips a tackle at the 40, and then Rock chases him down from behind. But another Ram Pharmacy first down on the hookup from Lundy to Connor Hughes. Take him down to the 33-yard line. That's a gain of 21.
Well, right now, Lundy just has all the time he wants to throw the ball. Could set up and find his receivers. Had 2 people wide open on the right that time.
Lundy 11 of 13 for 184 tonight. 4 hats across the line for Russell. Lundy takes it on first down, gives it off to Jules Farrell, knifes his way right up the gut, pushing the pile forward across the 25. About a gain of 8, looks like, for Jules Farrell. No, they gave him a great spot there. They're going to take him down to the 23. That's a gain of 10 and another Ram Pharmacy first down. 15th first down of the ball game for Raceland. Jim, last week, Raceland did not give up a first down to Ashland in the second half. Russell is still in that ballpark.
Yeah.
So 1st and 10 from the 23-yard line. Knocking on the orange zone door is the Rams. Lundy rolls out, blitz coming off the edge, picks it up nicely. He's going to the end zone. He's got his man there at the goal line. He hooks it up and makes the catch. That's Parker Fannin for the 6, and the Rams add to the lead. It's 39-7. A Johnson chiropractic touchdown, and with 7:46 to go in the third, the Rams blowing this one wide open. 23 yards on the pitch and catch there to Fannin, his first touchdown of the night. All kinds of time there for Lundy, who they picked up the blitz off the edge and then was able to give him the time. He rolls out, uses his feet to elude the tackle. And the kick is good this time, so with 7:46 to go in the third, it's 40-7 Raceland. Back after this on the Coed Sports Network.
Does your gas station or convenience store need a facelift? If so, call River City Builders at 473-4112 for your remedy. Big or small projects, River City's Builders is a company for all your needs. We have extensive experience in the petroleum industry, from routine gas dispenser and canopy maintenance to above-ground, underground tank and piping work to full-blown remodels and new builds. Call River City Builders at 473-4112 for all your petroleum needs. We'll cover your back and keep your customers pumping gas.
When you have business away from home or a planned event far from your comfort zone, you're probably going to need a little help. Let A&A Porta Potties assist you with all your portable toilet needs. Whether on a construction site, planning for an outdoor wedding, or any other outdoor event, A&A Porta Potties are here to assist you. A&A Porta Potties also rents out storage containers, office containers, cooling fans, tables, and chairs. A&A Porta Potties, there is no event too big or too small for us to accommodate you.
That last drive, 4 plays, 57 yards, 2 minutes and 8 seconds off the clock, and the Rams hook up this time from 23 yards out. Logan Lundy's touchdown, his 4th of the night. It's 40-7. Kirshner has the ball tip off his fingertips. He has to trek back to the 6 to pick it up, and he gets sandwiched on the far sideline, as that was Ross Burton and Brody Austin.
Well, like you said, if it could go wrong for Russell right now, it is going wrong. And if it could go right for Raceland, I mean, they're using their speed. Their offensive line is giving Lundy all day. I mean, look at his percentage rate in passing. And they're setting up the pass with the run, and the defense is just doing a heck of a job not letting Russell get anything running and forcing Pack to have to try to throw, and they just pin their ears and come and get him.
So they'll start it at the 9-yard line. In the ball game right now, Russell with 147 yards of total offense.
So they've lost yardage this half. And timeout going to be called.
Russell.
Yep, Red Devils want a timeout. We'll step out for a moment. Back, your score is 40-7 in favor of Raceland here on the Cool Hit Sports Network. Does your gas station or convenience store need a facelift? If so, call River City Builders at 473-4112 for your remedy. Big or small projects, River City's Builders is a company for all your needs. We have extensive experience in the petroleum industry, from routine gas dispenser and canopy maintenance to above-ground, underground tank and piping work to full-blown remodels and new builds. Call River City Builders at 473-4112 for all your petroleum needs. We'll cover your back and keep your customers pumping gas.
When you have business away from home or a planned event far from your comfort zone, you're probably going to need a little help. Let A&A Porta Potties assist you with all your portable toilet needs. Whether on a construction site, planning for an outdoor wedding, or any other outdoor event, A&A Porta Potties are here to assist you. A&A Porta Potties also rents out storage containers, office containers, cooling fans, tables, and chairs. A&A Porta Potties, there is no event too big or too small for us to accommodate you.
After that Russell timeout, we're back 7:39 to go in the third quarter. 40-7 Red Devils are behind, and they are deep in their own territory. At the 9-yard line, 1st and 10.
Deepest they've started in their own territory tonight.
Pack going to hand the ball off, and a host of Rams right there in the backfield to bring down Richardson Cruz. Going to lose. They're going to give him the 7-yard line, but a loss of 2.
Cam Bell, Elias Jackson, Ben Taylor, and Xander Jenkins, the 4 orange jerseys that sandwiched him.
I was going to say it. You beat me. Yeah.
So now, 2nd down and 12, back at the 7-yard line. 2 backs in the backfield. Pack drops back into his own end zone. He's going to throw long, throwing for Patrick, and he's got it. Out at the 36, 37-yard line.
What a grab there, and Pack stood in the pocket and got a big pop from Braden Webb as he let go of the ball, but what a heck of a throw there looking down the face of the defender.
30-yard pickup and a 1st down. Brought to you by Bobby Hall, candidate for Greenup County Judge Executive, who wants to say thanks to all the educators and administrators for working so hard for our students. On November 8th, vote for a proven leader. Vote for Bobby Hall.
That's a big-time throw right there by that young man.
First and 10, Red Devils. Pack back, being, again, flushed out of the pocket, has to step up, and he is brought down for a loss of a couple of yards back at the 35.
That's Elias Jackson who wraps him up. Jackson picking up a sack last week against Ashland, and he just ran into the arms of Jackson. Didn't even see him there.
2nd down and 12.
Well, Pack is able to drop back. He has a few moments to look downfield, but then it starts to collapse on him. We've seen it over and over again. He tries to step up in the pocket, and he steps right into the defense when he does.
And Raceland rolling out some new bodies now in the second level. They've got Brody Austin out there on the corner position.
So 2nd down and 12 from their own 35. 5:45 to go here in the third quarter. Russell down 40-7, and Pack going to keep it himself this time, and nothing doing, going to lose yardage. Again, just nowhere to run. That Raceland defense is pushing that offensive line back.
Nose tackle Christian Wall, the first man off the pile on the bottom.
Loss of 2 yards, and it's going to bring up 3rd down and 14.
So give Mr. Wall, who played as a linebacker last season, moved up on the defensive line this year because they felt like that was a better place for them with all the bodies they had behind him, and he's been stellar. Had a sack last year in this game. Had 4 tackles last week against Ashland.
3rd down and 14 for the Red Devils. Ball at their own 33-yard line. Richardson Cruz going to come as a wide out to the right. Pack looking to set up a screen, and they do, and breaking a tackle is Rock, and he's going to get out across the 43 to the 44-yard line. Going to be short of the 1st down. It's going to bring up 4th down, but it is going to pick up out to the 44. They needed 14, and they got about 11 on that.
Well, I got to give a pop to Ethan Pack right there because he stood in the face of the corner blitz and delivered a ball and got it out to Rock there on the the little screen pass and took a big pop. But that's 2 times on this drive that young man stood in the pocket. He's going to be a good one for Russell.
Yeah, he has learned a lot from last year to this year and is learning game to game and will just get better. And now we have timeout called by Russell. TJ wants to talk about it. His team's faced with a 4th down and 3. We'll just keep it here for right now and tell you that we've got not much time left here in the 3rd quarter, and Raceland leads it 40-7.
If you feel it's time for positive conservative change for Greenup County and want to take the county attorney's office in a different direction, on November 8th, vote Republican Matthew Warnick for Greenup County attorney. Lee Wireman wants to see Greenup County move forward and wants to be a part of helping you, the citizens of Greenup County, enjoying living and raising a family right here. On November 8th, vote for Lee Wireman for County Commissioner, District 2. And Mike Wilson has been serving the citizens of Greenup County for your county attorney and wants to continue to serve you, the people, and continue to fight against the illegal drugs and other problems in the county. On November 8th, vote for experience. Vote Mike Wilson for Greenup County attorney. Bobby Hall, candidate for Greenup County Judge Executive, wants to say thank you to all the educators and administrators for working so hard for all of our students. On November 8th, vote for a proven leader. Vote for Bobby Hall. All first downs by the Rams tonight, brought to you in part by Ram Pharmacy, Greenup Avenue in Raceland. Ram Pharmacy, your friend for life. And Orange Zone's visit and touchdowns, brought to you in part by Johnson Chiropractic. When joint and muscle pain slow you down, let Doc get you realigned. 606-473-5151. And, of course, our corporate sponsors, A&A Porta Potties, River Cities Builders, Clark's Pump and Shops. We couldn't do everything that we're doing without all of our great sponsors that's jumped on board with us here for Cool TV.
Absolutely. Appreciate it so very, very much, and all those who are sponsoring tonight's game. Here we go with 4th down and 4. Pack looking, throwing, and it's complete and got the first down. That time they sent Kirshner out, and then he did a comeback, and Pack was able to find him. A little slow getting up, but he'll be all right. And he picks up about 6 yards and enough for the first down. First down brought to you by Bobby Hall, your county judge executive candidate, who wants to say thanks to all the educators and administrators for working so hard and ask you to vote for proven leadership. Vote Bobby Hall for Greenup County judge executive. Here's a handoff going to go to Oborn. Oborn running hard across the left side and dives over a would-be tackler and gets probably about 4 yards on it. Is he going to get it down to the Raceland 47-yard line?
Jackson Height, the man came in and swept him off his feet.
So 2nd down and 6 from the Raceland 47, down to 3:20 left here in the 3rd. Pack drops back, looking to pass, now rolling to his left, throwing long, and it's incomplete. Trying to hit DeMarcus Kirshner going down the sideline. Well defended by the Raceland Rams. Nowhere really. He would have had to just drop that one in there. Clock stops at 3:11 to play here in the 3rd. Raceland has Rowland at home here next week. And Russell is at home next week against Wheelersburg.
We're getting a penalty marker against Raceland as it'll be a hold, and then that'll move the sticks for an automatic first down.
Take it all the way down to the 37-yard line and give the Red Devils another first down. Brought to you by Bobby Hall, candidate for Greenup County Judge Executive.
6th first down for Russell in the game, 2nd here on this drive.
Pack with 3 backs in the backfield with him now. Now he sends Rock in motion. Going to hand off to Oborn around the left side, just nothing there.
Connor Hughes, Jackson Height, and Mason Likens coming in to stop the running attack there.
Bring up 2nd down. And about 9. Looks like they're going to give him maybe a yard. Nope. Maybe lost a yard.
Yeah, they're going to lose a
yard. Going to lose back to the 38. 2:45 to go.
Russell with 22 rushing attempts tonight for 10 yards. Raceland held Ashland last week to 48 yards on the ground, 23 through the air.
Back low snap, gets it, throws over to Patrick. Has nobody there to help him, but he fights for yardage and he gets hit hard as he gets down to about the 32.
That's the thing. Anytime that you catch a football against this Rams defense right now, it is gang tackle. There's 2, 3, 4 hats sprinting to the ball, trying to, one, take you down, and then the other side is the next 2 or 3 guys get there. They're going for the football, trying to strip it away.
Got 5 yards on that pickup. He was out there on an island all by himself and still able to get 5 yards. Here's flags everywhere as the ball just rolls back, and Pack never got it.
Which was probably a good thing.
Yes. False start, I think the false start might be on the center.
Everybody was going on 2 except for the center, who was going on 1.
Yeah.
It's like, how can the center miss the snap count?
You see it happen sometimes.
Yes. And it's usually very comical when it does happen because everybody's moving except the guy with the football.
Moving back to the 38-yard line. Pack again with 3 backs with him. Now he sends Richardson Cruz in motion. Pack's going to roll to his left, throwing right, and it's incomplete. Again, miscommunication because Kirshner was nowhere near the ball. The ball was thrown towards the sideline. He was going towards the inside.
Yeah, the closest man to it was Landon Newman, who made a diving attempt there at the end, trying to haul it in for the interception. So
it's going to bring up 4th down. I think Taunton's going to try a field goal.
Why not?
Huh?
So at the 38-yard line, so if you put this one down.
45, that'd be a 55-yard field goal attempt.
Yeah. And he's going to go for it. So he'll.
Why not?
Why not?
You're down 40-7.
High school football on a 55-yard attempt.
I think you better set it back a little bit further, though, boys. You're only, all right, 55-yard attempt.
Raceland has a man back in case he doesn't get it there.
Oh, they went off sides. Oh, you had to see that.
Jules Farrell was the man who got off sides, and he made a diving attempt toward it, and Totten just let him run through and didn't even kick the football.
That was Charlie Brown, wasn't it? Huh? That was Charlie Brown. Nope, not going to do it.
Not going to do this one. Runs up. Only thing that Totten didn't do was kind of the screeching stop. So move it forward 5, make it 4th and 6.
All right, so now it's going to be a 50-yard field goal attempt.
Oh, it's definitely much different now. From the near side hash mark with no wind.
Here's the snap. It's high, the placement, and the kick is up, and it is no good as it's wide left.
It had the distance.
Yes.
But it was wide left.
So 50-yard field goal. Wide left.
And the Rams will take over on their own 20.
With 54 seconds to go in the third. Had plenty of foot.
Yes. He had the distance. He just pushed it out to the left just a tad. And looked like he struck it pretty clean. So Logan Lundy and his crew, he'll go with Isaac Browning, who led the team last week in rushing, and he has touched the ball maybe one time tonight. That's how much they've been able to spread the offense around. Lundy wants to throw on 1st down, brings it out near side Likens. He catches that at 20, angles to the sideline, and is ridden out of bounds there as David Harless pushes him out of bounds after the quick pickup.
Probably the shortest amount of yardage Russell has given up on that play all night. Because that is the play that has gone for a couple of touchdowns.
Yes. Gain of 7 on the play. Be 2nd down and 3. 49 seconds ago. The clock rest on the play out of bounds. A Raceland score here will
running clock.
Start the clock.
Yep.
And any points from this point will be the most Raceland has scored in the Rail Cities Bowl series of the 14 times they've met now here tonight. That's Noah Wallace off the right side. They'll take him out to the 31-yard line, and a gain of 4, and another Ram Pharmacy 1st down. So should be the final play of the third quarter coming up here on this snap. Lundy will go with Jackson Height now in his right pocket in a 2x2 set. Lundy on 1st down, gives it off to Heighton. Heighton angles it out to the right side, now tries to bounce it back into the center, and rolls just shy of the 35 He'll be down at the 34-yard line. And that should take us to the fourth and final quarter. 4's in the air here at Rams Stadium. Raceland leads it 40-7. Fourth quarter when we return after this on the Cool Hits Sports Network.
The Greenup County Library's main branch invites those of you ages 16 and up to take advantage of Craft Day at the main library September 18th. This Craft Day will focus on making Halloween clay pots, which you can decorate to make them look spooky or funny. It's up to you. There are always a lot of great fun activities to be had at the main branch and the other branches. Go to greenuplib.org to find out more fun activities.
When you shop and invest locally, you put in motion a sequence of actions which multiplies the money that is available in our area to create jobs and provide emergency services, police, and fire protection, as well as improving the quality of education in our local schools. Shop and invest locally whenever you can. First and People's Bank and Trust Company, member FDIC. We are the home office.
12 minutes to go in this one. Raceland leading Russell 40-7 in the 14th Rail Cities Bowl here at Raceland Worthington High School. James Carter, Jim Force, our crew tonight. MJ McKay, the executive producer. D. Luster taking care of camera work. Dwayne Elliott doing nothing tonight. What's new? I wish I got $1 for every time I've said that. Stay tuned with us after the game. We'll have the post-game show. We'll check all the scoring and stats from this one. We'll talk with the coaches. We'll name our Bowman's Auto Center big hit of the game. Jim, we may have to go with a technicality because that one was a big pop.
I think so.
We'll see how it works out. There still may be something that would play out, but here we go. Fourth quarter getting ready to go. And it'll be Jackson Heighton in the left pocket of Lundy from the gun in a 2x2 set. Low snap. Lundy wants to throw. Pressure coming off the edge. He's got his man there. Connor Hughes at the 40. He's down the middle of the field. Reservations for 6 from the 15. Connor Hughes is in for 6. 66 yards to the house. And the Rams will start the running clock here with 11:50 to go in the ball game. It's 46-7. Fifth touchdown pass tonight for Logan Lundy. And that was a play where Connor Hughes got behind the defense, and when he caught it, it was in stride to the house for 71 yards.
He was so wide open. I mean, 5 yards past anybody.
And he's got such speed that you cannot let that kid catch it in stride. Check that, 66. I had it right on the first one. My stat program trying to confuse me here. That's not hard to do either. Here's the extra point attempt, and this one splits the uprights. 47-7 with 11:50 to go in the ballgame. Back after this on the Kuwait Sports Network.
Did you miss starting college this month? Maybe you're still waiting on your financial aid to be approved, or you planned on attending a university, but it didn't work out. Well, no worries. Ashland Community and Technical College has a 12-week online session starting September 12th and an 8-week online session starting October 17th. So don't delay. Call 606-326-2000 or stop by one of the 3 ACTC campuses today. It's not too late to further your education at Ashland Community and Technical College.
At Preston Family Funeral Home, we understand how making decisions during the loss of a loved one can be most difficult. You can help relieve this burden on your family with pre-planning at Preston Family Funeral Home. It's safe, secure, and simple. You can transfer your existing plan from any other funeral home to Preston Family Funeral Home by simply calling 606-325-4946. Preston Family Funeral Home. Our family serving yours because we care.
That last drive for the Rams, 4 plays, 80 yards. 66 of it coming on one pitch and catch of Logan Lundy's 5th touchdown of the night. Lundy, 14 of 16, 280 yards. Connor Hughes, 3 catches for 129 and 2. And Ison, a low driving kick, takes a bounce at the 15. Rock will field it at the 9. Near sideline, starts, tries to go far sideline, throws on the brakes. A big pile of black pebbles come forward, and then he stood up at the 20-yard line, and that's where Russell will start it here, 1st and 10.
Yeah, you go all the way back to the first quarter in this ball game. 6:15 to go. Russell scores first on a 58-yard pass from Pack to Patrick, and the extra point good to make it 7-0. And since then, it has been 47 unanswered points.
Unbelievable. And at times, Raceland has made it look rather easy. So running clock the rest of the way.
And some new players in, all the way around.
Like Landon Goodall, I believe. Yeah, Landon Goodall is in the backfield as a quarterback.
Yeah, handoff is going to go.
That's off to Grayson Kaiser.
To Grayson Kaiser. Kaiser lost a couple of yards, going to go back to the 18.
Lyndon Simmons on the stop.
So it's going to be 2nd down and 12 back at the 18-yard line. It's just that point in the game where you just put some players in, let them get some experience, and if you're the team on the losing end of a running clock, you just want that clock to keep running.
And Raceland is currently pushing the issue of trying to push Russell to negative yards rushing on the night.
High snap, handoff, and a good defensive play. Going to lose more yardage.
Riley Pike there on the carry.
Yep, Pike is going to get cut, had his legs cut out from under him at about the 15-yard line. So a loss of 3 more. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 15.
Third down 15 for Russell.
So Goodall goes over, gets the play, comes back in. Sends 2 wideouts to the right, single wideout to the left. And he is going to hand it off on a little misdirection and running hard and breaking a tackle, and finally being brought down is Grayson Kaiser. And Kaiser is going to get to the 16-yard line. Pickup of 1 brings up 4th down and 14. And the Red Devils will have to punt it away deep in their own territory. Inside 9 minutes to play on a running clock. 47-7.
Most points ever scored by Raceland in this series. Their most was 42 back in 2010.
Totten will kick it away, a very high kick. And takes a big bounce and will bounce into Raceland territory at about the 48-yard line, where the Rams will get it back. For all your insurance needs, see the good folks at Kurt Robinson State Farm Insurance, car, home, health, and more. Kurt can take care of you. That's Kurt Robinson State Farm Insurance. So Raceland gets it back at their own 48, leading it 47-7.
And a new quarterback for the Rams, sophomore Austin McKee. He'll have new bodies all the way around. Led the Rams to a triple overtime win in the JV game against Ashland. And Russell will burn a timeout with 7:53 to go in the ball game. Back after this on the Kuwait Sports Network.
Family-owned and operated Imels Greenhouse still has all your summer needs, such as hanging baskets, mulch, ferns, succulents, vegetables, and a variety of colorful flowers to improve your landscape and your house. Imels Greenhouse is open Monday through Saturday from 9 to 6. Call 606-473-1708. Check them out on Facebook. Better yet, come and see Kenny and Pam at Imels Greenhouse, 2836 State Route 1, Greenup. And thank you for choosing to shop local and support a farm family business.
Tri-State Ophthalmology and Tri-State Surgery Center are proud to support the Russell Red Devils. Doctors John Gross, Carter Gussler, Josh Gross, and Josh Daniel provide surgical and medical management of eye diseases, including cataracts, glaucoma, dry eye, and diabetes. And Dr. Josh Gross is now performing LASIK surgery. Call 606-324-2451 to schedule a free LASIK consultation. Go Devils!
Out of the timeout, McKee fumbles the handoff on the snap, and Raceland will fall on the football and will keep it at the 48. It'll be 2nd down and 10. So Logan Lundy, a stellar night to say the least. 14 of 16, 280 yards. 66 was the long one. He threw 5 touchdowns tonight. 2 to Connor Hughes, 2 to Mason Likens, and 1 to Parker Fannin. Here's a handoff off the right edge as Kenny Literal moving the ball down across Russell territory down to the 49-yard line. Literal picked up a couple of carries last week against Ashland. 3-yard gain makes it 3rd down and 7. Stay tuned with us in the post-game show. Jim and I will select the Bowman's Auto Center big hit of the game. Jackson Heighton winning that award last week. Here's a carry right up the middle.
Yeah, quarterback just kept it.
Yeah, McKee takes it across the 45 down to the 43. That's a gain of 6, and it's going to be 4th down and 1. They'll bring in Brady Morrell, who had a big run against Ashland last week in the 4th quarter. Let's see if he takes the handoff here and just tries to bullies his way across and move the sticks. Raceland's first 4th down attempt on the night. They failed on their only one last week at Ashland. And then we get movement up front and contact. As coming across and making contact with the offensive line is Zach Brown. So the penalty will move the ball forward 5 yards, and we'll give Raceland its 18th Ram Pharmacy first down of the night. 5:34 on a running clock. Roll that beautiful bean footage. 2-by-2 set for McKee on 1st and 10 from the Devils' 38. McKee keeps it himself, bounces it to the outside on the left side. He's across the 35, stutter step 30, pushing inside the 30 down to the 27, 28-yard line. They're going to take him to the, survey says, in between the 27 and the 28, so make it a gain of 11 and another Ram Pharmacy first down. 19th first down of the ball game for the Raceland Rams. They've given up 2 in the second half on the defensive side.
I think 4 total, isn't it?
Yeah, 6 total. They had 4 in the first half. Here's a sweep to the outside and a nice run by Raceland's Kenny Literal as he threatens to get inside the pylon. He'll be pushed out of bounds, but it'll take it down inside the Johnson Chiropractic orange zone.
And we have a flag.
And a penalty marker flies there. Looks like they're going to push him out at the 5. So a gain of 22. And let's see what Roy Wright's going to say at the end of this. And unsportsmanlike conduct on Russell. So it'll be a half the distance to the goal on the end of it. It'll be 1st and goal from the 2. So McKee with Literal in his left pocket. The high snap, McKee keeps it himself, searches for a hole off the left side, and he's in for 6 touchdown Raceland. A Johnson Chiropractic touchdown for Austin McKee, his first varsity touchdown. 53-7 with 3:17 to go on a running clock here in the final quarter of the contest. And now Ross Burton having to sprint from the other end of the field. Coaches are down here trying to get everybody together to make certain they get everybody in. Coach Francis is counting hats right now. They're going to try to go for 2 here. Parker Eisen will take the snap. He'll follow Luttrell off the right side, and he is slung to the ground as Joe Kelly goes up high and brings him down as the 2-point conversion is no good.
Back after this on the Coed Sports Network.
Hey Rams fans, would you do anything to support your team? What about switching your checking account? With Ashland Credit Union's debit card, you can support your favorite team. Every time you make an eligible purchase with your debit card, Ashland Credit Union donates 10 cents on your behalf to the Senior Assistance Program. Sign up for your favorite team's debit card today at Ashland Credit Union, 1300 Central Avenue, Ashland. Membership eligibility required, federally insured by NCUA.
In addition to the Greenup location, Stultz Pharmacy's newest location is at 437 James Hanna Drive in South Shore, but has retained the name you know and love, McDonald Pharmacy, with the same great service you'll find in the Greenup location, with free delivery service and their convenient drive-thru. Get your vaccinations and allergy shots, and of course, great prescription service at Stultz Pharmacy in Greenup and McDonald Pharmacy, James Hanna Drive, South Shore.
Stultz Pharmacy.
90 seconds to go on a running clock here, 53-7. Raceland in front of this one. They're going to be the victor in the 2022 Rail Cities Bowl and pick up their 9th win of the 14 meetings in this series. Kickoff goes to the far sideline at the 15. Russell picks it up there. Slips a tackle, 30 down the sideline. He goes 40, midfield 50. One man to beat at the 40. It's a foot race 30. He's not going to be touched. Call it 90 yards to the house for the score on the kickoff return. DeMarcus Kirshner, 90-yard kickoff return. Kirshner got a nice block there at the 20-yard line, and when he opened up that sideline, it was him and one guy to beat, and he just ran past him. Zach Clemmy's down on the lower end right now, and he's saying a lot of bad words. So 53-13, 20 seconds to go as Totten will come out and put up the extra point, and this clock is going to expire when he does so. Extra point attempt is good as he sails it through the uprights and over to the softball field, and that's going to be your ball game. Your final score here tonight, Raceland 53, Russell 14. Postgame shows up after this on the Cool Hits Sports Network.
Social security begins at home with home ownership. If you've been putting off looking for a home because you think you can't afford it, you owe it to yourself to check out Members Choice Credit Union. Members Choice Credit Union has programs for first-time home buyers and more to help put you in the home of your dreams. Call, click, or stop by Members Choice Credit Union today.
Members Choice Credit Union, NMLS 411945, Equal Housing Lender. Call for additional information. Other restrictions may apply. Andrew Imel would like to let you know that he's running for Greenup County Clerk in 2022, and he would love to have your vote on November 8th. Andrew has been serving the past 4 years as County Commissioner and would like to serve the residents of Greenup County as County Clerk. When it comes time to vote in the next election on November 8th, vote for Andrew Imel for Greenup County Clerk. Andrew Imel encourages you to attend, enjoy, and support all area student athletics.
Paid for by Andrew Imel.
Uncle Rick, what are you doing?
I'm trying to stay cooler in my man cave.
Well, this is a beer cave, and you can't stay in this cooler forever. But Clark's Pub and Shop can get you through the dog days of summer.
Whether it's fountain drinks at the lowest price or you're filling up the cooler for the family and friends, Clark's has the widest selection, the best prices, and the most helpful staff you'll find anywhere.
Beat the heat at Clark's Pub and Shop.
Return, refresh, refuel.
Are you having trouble keeping your parking lot lit? Is customer safety one of your top priorities? If so, call River Cities Builders at 473-4112 for all your lighting needs. We have bucket truck and boom crane truck services. We have extensive experience in exterior lighting and parking lot lighting maintenance. No need to ever be in the dark again. Remember, call River Cities Builders at 473-4112 for all your lighting needs. We will light your path to success.
Welcome back here to Raceland as they win the ball game over the Russell Red Devils in the inaugural game with the new turf, and they win it by a final score of 53-14. Russell got on the scoreboard first with 6:51 to go in the first quarter on a 50-yard pass from Pack to Patrick. Extra point by Totten was good, 75 yards, 5 plays, 7-0. Russell was on top. Raceland was 7 seconds to go in the first quarter. Had Lundy to Hughes 42 yards. Point after was a 2-point conversion. That kept off an 80-yard drive in 5 plays, and Raceland had their first lead at 8-7. With 4:45 to go in the second quarter, Lundy found Lockins for 33 yards. The point after was good. Capped off a 63-yard drive in 8 plays and made it 15-7 Raceland. And then with 1:42 to play in the second quarter, it was a 27-yard run by Jackson Heighton, capping off a 46-yard drive in 4 plays. The point after no good, and that made it 21-7 at the half. Raceland came right out, marched 80 yards in 3 plays, a 69-yard run by Lundy. The point after no good, and with 10:52 to go in the third quarter, it was 27-7. Following a Russell fumble, Raceland would go 14 yards in 1 play, a 14-yard pass from Lundy to Lockins. The point after no good, and with 10:23 to go, it was 33-7. Following a Russell punt, Raceland would go 57 yards in 4 plays, a 23-yard pass from Lundy to Fannin. The point after was good, and with 7:46 to go in the third, it was 40-7. Following a missed field goal of 50 yards that was just wide left, Raceland would go 80 yards in 4 plays. This time Lundy to Hughes from 66 yards out. The point after was good, and with 11:50 to go in the fourth, it was 47-7. Following a Russell punt, Raceland would go 52 yards in 6 plays. 2-yard run by McKee. The point after was no good, and with 3:24 to go, it was 53-7. And then with only 45 seconds to go in the ball game, on the ensuing kickoff, it was DeMarcus Kirshner going 90 yards down the sideline to pay dirt. The extra point by Taunton was good, and at the horn, that made the final score 53-14. Raceland wins it. That's your scoring summary. We'll come back, take a look at stats, talk with both the coaches. We'll do all of that and have more of our postgame in a couple of moments here on the Cool Hits Sports Network.
Hey Rams fans, would you do anything to support your team? What about switching your checking account? With Ashland Credit Union's debit card, you can support your favorite team. Every time you make an eligible purchase with your debit card, Ashland Credit Union donates 10 cents on your behalf to the Senior Assistance Program. Sign up for your favorite team's debit card today at Ashland Credit Union, 1300 Central Avenue, Ashland. Membership eligibility required, federally insured by NCUA.
Vote Kim Fannin Mullins for Greenup County Clerk. With 30 years of experience, Kim Fannin Mullins has been dedicated to helping all the citizens of Greenup County. Hardworking and honest, Kim Fannin Mullins is up to date on technology and procedures, will have an open door policy, and will go above and beyond for the staff and community. She spent over 20 years working with the youth of the county. Vote Kim Fannin Mullins for Greenup County Clerk.
This is Kim Fannin Mullins, and I paid for and approved this message.
In addition to the Greenup location, Stultz Pharmacy's newest location is at 437 James Hanna Drive in South Shore, but has retained the name you know and love, McDonald Pharmacy, with the same great service you'll find in the Greenup location, with free delivery service and their convenient drive-thru. Get your vaccinations and allergy shots, and of course, great prescription service at Stultz Pharmacy in Greenup and McDonald Pharmacy, James Hanna Drive, South Shore.
Stultz Pharmacy.
When you have business away from home or a planned event far from your comfort zone, you're probably going to need a little help. Let A&A Porta Potties assist you with all your portable toilet needs. Whether on a construction site, planning for an outdoor wedding, or any other outdoor event, A&A Porta Potties are here to assist you. A&A Porta Potties also rents out storage containers, office containers, cooling fans, tables, and chairs. A&A Porta Potties, there is no event too big or too small for us to accommodate you.
Welcome back to our post-game show as we await for Russell coach T.J. Maynard to make his way to the press box, and we'll chat with him. And then, of course, we'll also have Raceland coach Mike Sammons up here. We also will have our big hits of the game brought to you by Bowman's Auto and Collision Center. That's still to come. And we'll have a look at some of the stats.
Coach Maynard, the easiest thing he had to do was walk across the field. Now he's got to find a way to navigate himself through this sea of fans coming off the near sideline. What a great crowd we had here tonight, both sides.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
mean, this was a well-attended event, certainly the way that the Raceland fans wanted to see it. And Russell, again, a tough we were talking there toward the end of the ballgame. They go right out of the kettle and into the fire next week as they make a trip to Wheelersburg.
Oh,
Wheelersburg comes home. That's right.
Yeah, it is at home, but still, Wheelersburg, pretty good team. So they did scrimmage them earlier, and so they know a little bit of something about them. So still waiting on Coach Maynard to make his way up. I see him coming through now. And Coach Sammons is still down on the field with his team, so that's going to work out pretty good for us.
Yeah, should do it. But this is something that Coach T.J. Maynard said in the pregame show. He said that Raceland has the depth at every single position, and I think we saw that a lot of the times as this thing went along tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. No doubt about it. Saw the depth and the quickness, the speed, I think, is also something that we saw. Coach Maynard makes his way up here through a sea of people as he gets up here. And, Coach, we talked about it in the pregame, and you knew it going in. Raceland's got a really good football team, and I think that showed tonight.
Yeah, and, I'm just a little disappointed how we ended up finishing this thing. Came out early, played really well. Second quarter there, we even kind of ran into a little bit of a lull, kind of catch our second wind, and they're just so deep and so good. We had a chance to go up 2 scores.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's talk about that because you score first, almost like a carbon copy of last year. You score first, then you've got the ball down.
We just got to tackle better. I mean, on the one that Lundy ran in there, 2 guys unblocked in the hole. You got to tackle.
Yeah.
But again, I thought we got worn out again, and being tired. Part of that is, we're not very deep at all, but I guess we're going to have to continue to work on conditioning. But I thought, when we were fresh, kind of felt like, hey, we were okay. But when we get tired or something, and I thought another thing, when something negative happened, we have a hard time of coming out of it. Maybe that's some leadership. Some of our older guys, they're playing new roles. Hopefully they get that. But I thought we wanted to point fingers again at each other and said, hey, kind of coming together. So, again, it's a tough start, and it doesn't get any easier. Wheelersburg coming to town next week, and then you got Lawrence and Montgomery and Paul Dunbar. So, we got to figure some things out. But, hopefully we'll continue to get better in each week, and hopefully we continue to get in shape, play in shape, and we'll continue to do some stuff in practice and in the weight room to get in shape.
They had a couple of scores on passes, little quick outs, and down the sideline they went. Blockers out there, but speed that they used down the sideline too, and they caught us.
We rode an extra defender there, and then on the one, our safety goes kind of same thing. Kind of think about last week. The angle our one safety took, he goes down, he takes it, and he gets pinned on his inside shoulder. So now only guy outside of him is a corner. You got to come down. You got to take that thing on with your inside shoulder, so to turn it into where we have some help. But, again, that kid's his first year playing varsity, safety, playing defense. So, hopefully we get better and quit making those little mistakes. It's not, today I think other than the intercept, we didn't have the major mistakes like we had last week, but there were still things that even on that the one touchdown pass, I think made the last one Lundy through, our outside backer came off the edge and he takes it on the end of the shoulder, so he gets to get outside and have a free look instead of the pocket in his face. So there's things there that we got to continue to get better. They got to continue to believe in each other and just, again, it's going to be a tough sled here going, but again, as long as we get ready, come Greenup, again, our district's going to be tough with Ashland, Greenup, and Ashland's going to continue to get better. He's got a nice team. Greenup started off 2-0. So, again, we got to make sure we stay together, continue to work, and make sure come Greenup we're ready to go.
A couple of positives I want to talk to you about real fast, and that is I thought Ethan did a great job, though, even after the interception, staying in the pocket a couple times, took some big hits on that screen pass, on the pass that he found a player down the middle. He took some big hits and stood there, and that showed some maturity and growth already this season.
Yeah, honestly, he's going to continue to get better. Like I said, he was hard on himself there, making that interception, but he was trying to make a play. He's that type of kid. But he's a tough kid, and like I said, we're going to continue better. I thought we got, obviously Carson had a pretty good game, but we was able to get DeMarcus involved. we got to find that third guy. We need to find another guy that we can get the ball in. So that way now we can take advantage of some things. We was able to take advantage of some things they did, with Carson, but people are going to try to take him away. But, again, just go back, watch the film, and get better. That's all you can do.
And you got to showcase Nathan Taunton a little bit.
Yeah.
50-yard attempt that just was a little wide left. Plenty of leg.
Yeah, like I said, the kid's pretty good, man. We're going to try at 55, and then we got a coach said, you going to go for 46. I said, nah, I'm going to give him a shot. He deserves a shot at it, Obviously the game's different, and you probably go for it, but, we weren't going to come back and win, so, hey, let's give the kid a shot here. And like I said, he's got the leg. I didn't think he punted the ball as well tonight. I don't know. Usually he thunderfoots that thing, but he's a big weapon for us.
Absolutely. Thanks for coming up. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Talk to you next week.
All right, thanks.
All right, Coach TJ Maynard of Russell. Stay tuned. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll have a look at some stats, and we'll talk with Coach Mike Sammons of Raceland. All that and more when our postgame show continues here on the Cool Hit Sports Network.
Get crafty at the McKell branch of the Greenup County Libraries September 12th for ages 18 and up. Learn how to make homemade cards. All supplies will be provided free of charge. Now, if the sign-up list is full, call 606-932-4478 to be placed on a waiting list. Also, enjoy Craft Day September 18th at the main library branch to make Halloween clay pots. This is for those 16 and older. Go to greenuplib.org for more.
When you need collision work or mechanical work on your vehicle, go to Bowman's Auto Service, Lexington Avenue in Flatwoods. Bowman's can do frame repair for ICAR certification. They have a downdraft bake oven for factory paint finish, and they get your vehicle back to its pre-accident condition with qualified ICAR Gold certified technicians. Bowman's is also an ASE certified mechanic shop providing transmission flushes, steering and suspension services, AC services, oil changes, and tune-ups. At Bowman's, they always strive for 100% customer satisfaction. Bowman's Auto Service, Lexington Avenue in Flatwoods. Call 836-0837.
Funny thing about banks, you go in and apply for a loan here,
but they make their decisions somewhere out of state.
My money is here, my account is here. Why go 100 miles away to make a decision?
At First and People's Bank, the decision is made right here by people you know. Bank local. Bank with the friendly folks at First and People's Bank. The Home Office. Member Equal Housing Lender, FDIC.
At Preston Family Funeral Home, we understand how making decisions during the loss of a loved one can be most difficult. You can help relieve this burden on your family with pre-planning at Preston Family Funeral Home. It's safe, secure, and simple. You can transfer your existing plan from any other funeral home to Preston Family Funeral Home by simply calling 606-325-4946. Preston Family Funeral Home. Our family serving yours because we care.
Back here in the postgame show on the Cool Hits Sports Network. Winners tonight are the Raceland Rams. Joining me now in postgame, head coach for the Raceland Rams, Mike Sammons, is in. Coach, a slow start by your team, but certainly a nice finish and a way to crescent the turf here on Hall of Fame night.
Yeah, not an ideal start. I don't know the distractions. Just too much for us to overcome. I think Russell, had a good game plan. They did some things early we had to adjust to, and, credit to our guys. We just kept going, I think first two series were 3 and out. We just kept going and tried to find something that would work, and got our backs to the wall down there, made a big pick in the orange zone, and we just kept playing. That's who we are. I feel like our depth really took over, and fortunate enough that we could take care of business in a home crowd and the first unveiling of the turf.
Landon Newman made a great read on that ball. He got inside position, ran underneath the route as they were trying to go on a deep flag route there on that back corner to get the pick, and that's kind of seemed like that was the momentum that got you guys going.
Yeah, I have to see the play. I do know that we had some pressure. Again, anytime you can pressure on the edge or pressure the quarterback, it puts them in adverse conditions. And so we're no different. We have to protect our guy to avoid those type of situations. We're able to get some pressure there, and they had made a couple nice plays to get down there. I think a couple deep balls to the Patrick kid, who's a very, very good high school football player. And so we made a big play there, and I think we came right back after that, maybe scored and tied it up and kind of got a little momentum, got our feet under us, and from there it kind of seized control of the game.
Logan Lundy tonight, 14 of 16, 280 yards, 5 touchdowns. And he threw with all kinds of time, but he used his feet sometimes to move his protection to get it to where he needed to be.
Yeah, you can see Logan's growth, really taking care of the ball, just, playing with some tempo, making throws, but even more importantly, throwing the ball on time. We always talk about don't throw it when they're open, throw them open, and that's a hard concept sometimes for guys to grasp, particularly some deep game. And I think we had a couple of deep balls tonight, so that was good to see. Obviously, extremely, extremely efficient. We want to be somewhere. I wouldn't tell him this. We want to be 70. If we were 65, we'd probably be tickled pink. And the last 2 weeks, we've been incredibly efficient. That's a credit to him. Also credit the offensive line, and obviously credit the receivers to catch the ball when it's thrown to them.
Well, a couple of plays you guys ran there in the first half, kind of just a little bubble screen, a little slip screen, if you will, but you had 3 to 4 orange hats out in front every single time, and all you needed was that one seam to crack, and off to the races it was.
Yeah, I think what happens is we're tempo, and guys get caught maybe with, I don't say bad eyes, maybe lazy eyes, just get a little fatigued, and we work really hard in our screen game, and so our guys get out there in front of guys, and we talk about position blocking. We don't try to kill block nobody. We don't want to. We don't talk about trying to bury guys. We just want to block guys and let our guys make plays in space. And we got guys on the edge, and I was able to do that.
The second half was when you could really see the difference of the depth, and that was something T.J. Maynard talked to me in the pregame. He knew the depth that you guys possessed in this ball game, but the defensive line started to impose its will, and that really let your linebackers run free.
Yeah, again, just trying to play a lot of guys, trying to I told somebody this week, sometimes we look like a hockey sub. I don't know if we're that deep, but we really are committed to playing as many guys that earn the right to play. Now, they have to earn it in practice, but if they are good enough and deserve to be on the field for our football team, then we are going to help them find a role to help the team. And so I don't know what that number is now, but it's astronomical. It's probably pushing 30. We've been here as a staff for a long, long time. Don't know that we've ever had that, and so that's a great luxury. Our guys keep buying into that. I think they feel different. I don't think our guys are used to being able to move at that tempo when it gets late in the game because, quite honestly, we've never been able to rest them. So that was a big part of the game tonight, and I think that's a big part of our approach. We've got to keep with the body blows, keep with the full speed attack on both sides of the ball, and then just try to wear teams down.
For the first time this season, you're going to go on a Friday night this coming week. So in a short week this week, you turn around, you got Rowan County coming up. How quickly do you spin things around and start the game prep for next Friday?
So our schedule don't change. We are consistent as a day is long on the schedule. It's the only way you get any better. Our kids know our schedule. Our motto is keep pounding. It's plaster all over this place and everywhere we go. So we'll be in the film room tomorrow at 4 o'clock. We'll learn from tonight. And then we'll roll 5 more days to get to Round County. And then, I think I don't want to get caught looking ahead or anything like that, but I'm sure we're all looking forward to the Saturday off. Haven't had one in a while, some of our own scheduling, some things we couldn't control. But today is a special day. 5 guys going in the Raceland Legends Hall of Fame, guys that meant a lot to this program, guys that, have gone before us. One guy was deceased, one gentleman, just a special day for those people. And also all the people that were part of that. We've got probably upwards of maybe 65 to 70 guys already inducted into our Hall of Fame. So those guys being there and being present, have their name in the entranceway when our kids come through and see that, it just makes it really special for our guys to be able to go out tonight and take care of business in a mostly mature approach. Speaks volumes for them and our leadership.
And more importantly, very nice way to christen the new turf surface here tonight at home. Coach, a nice win tonight. We'll talk to you next Friday.
Yeah, James, really appreciate it. Obviously, we're very thankful and grateful for all those people I spoke about, the community members, our administration here that we were able to, I think most people would kind of have to come down here and kind of pinch themselves to see what we've been so grateful and fortunate to have. So really excited for, who we are and what we're doing, but most importantly for what's going on inside those 4 walls of that locker room.
Coach Mike Sammons joining us here in the postgame show. Coach, have a good week. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you, James.
Well, let's look at some stats real quickly, and then we'll wrap things up here tonight. Logan Lundy, as I said, 14 of 16 for 280 yards, 5 touchdowns. So for Raceland, 21 first downs. They rush for 231 yards, throw for 280. That puts it at 511 total offense tonight. 6 penalties for 46 yards. They recorded 4 sacks. They had the football for 1933. Third downs, they were 4 of 7. Punted the ball away twice for 56.5 yards. Russell, 6 first downs in the ball game. They were held to a total of 191 yards of offense, 185 through the air. And Raceland gave up only 6 yards of rushing on the night. Russell was held to 1 of 11 on third down attempts tonight. 1 of 1 on fourth down. For Russell, they'll bring in Wheelersburg next Friday night. Jim will be back with you on the call on that. I'll be here Friday night as the Rams bring in the Rowan County Vikings. 7:10 our pregame show begins. 7:30 we'll kick it off as game number 3 for the Raceland Rams. A big thanks to our crew here tonight. MJ McKay, the executive producer, D. Luster on camera, and Dwayne Elliott back at Mission Control. A big thanks to all the great folks and staff here at Raceland Worthington High School, and Coach Mike Sammons and Coach TJ Maynard for his pregame and postgame interviews. Again, your final score here tonight, 53-14. Raceland wins this one to move to 2-0. Russell falls to 0-2. For MJ McKay, D. Luster, Jim Forrest, I'm James Collier. Have a good weekend and good night, everyone.
You've been listening and watching Raceland High School football. Tonight's game has been brought to you by Clark's Pump and Shops of the Tri-State, Members Choice Credit Union, Stultz Pharmacy, Tres Hermanos Nunez Mexican Restaurant, Kim Fannin Mullins for Greenup County Clerk, the Greenup County Library, River Cities Builders, Ashland Community and Technical College, A&A Porta Potties, First and People's Bank, Preston Family Funeral Home, Imel's Greenhouse, Daniel's Pharmacy, Ashland Credit Union, Tri-State Ophthalmology, Papa John's Pizza of Russell and Grayson, Raceland Christian Church, Andrew Imel for Greenup County Clerk, First Baptist Church of Flatwoods, and Bowman's Auto Service and Collision in Flatwoods. This Raceland High School football game has been a special sports presentation of the Cool Hit Sports Network and Cool TV.